You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smithy is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? We are here for yet another Friday night fantasy football question and answer session, and we're gonna open the phone lines here in a little bit. We're gonna take some super chats and some questions from the chat. We'll do some marker board session stuff. Let's switch over to marker board mode. We got some news that kind of came down last minute here on the 7 p.m. show, and we can bring up those pieces of news real quick just because they're hot topics, and one being Cam Akers personal will not play week 6, and then a follow-up to that with McVay, where McVay commented in a way that sounded like maybe Akers would not be back with the team. And so we'll kind of dig into that as more information unfolds, but it sounds like there's some either rift between the sides, or maybe this is some Calvin Ridley, I'm stepping away from football type of thing. Maybe there's some injury concerns. Maybe there's a whole lot going on in this man Cam Akers' head. But it sounds like he will not be back with the team from what we're gathering early on. So he's looking like a kind of a cut bait type of situation. Although it's not crazy to think that maybe he gets traded or something like that. So keep that in mind if you are cutting him. Make sure you're cutting him for something that's worth it. But it does look like Cam Akers might be out of LA go forward. That means that, you got Brown, you got Henderson, Kyron Williams, who's been struggling with injuries. There's a lot of running backs there. Maybe a trade happens. Maybe a Kareem Hunt gets traded. Maybe some kind of trade ends up going down. Maybe CMC ends up in LA. A lot of things could go down. But Cam Akers, can you cut him? That's a question I can't really answer with ultra confidence, bro. I can only tell you that if there's a better option to pick up, then certainly cut him. Cut Cam and pick up somebody that you could use. If you're talking about cutting him for a wide receiver 6 or 7, maybe you hold till the dust settles for a day or so and then cut him, but definitely feel like he's not someone I'm looking into. As far as who takes over, we don't know. We have no idea. Probably Hendy, but it could go 100 different ways, and they could even trade for a running back, like I just said. So tough to know on that one. This Naji Harris thing was weird that developed right before the live stream, so I reported on this at the top of the show. If you want more detail, if you want 10 minutes of explanation, go watch the beginning of the last show, the 7 p.m. show earlier today. But I think this is this is a situation where Najee's saying he's wearing a steel plate inside his shoe to help protect his foot. Now, everyone's imagining some massive, iron lung looking contraption that's been in his shoe. You can only fit so much in a shoe. Okay, so let's not pretend like this coming out of his shoe is going to open up and part the seas for him. We're talking about a shoe. It's been his shoe. It's not it's not some kind of steel slipper that they made for him custom. Everyone's picturing this iron cast rod shoe. Oh, that's why he looks like he's running in mud. He's running with steel boots on. It was a steel plate. How thin was it? What was it doing? How much was it really hampering him? Honestly, sounds like a whole lot of excuses to me, to be honest. This guy hasn't delivered. He's looked bad. Maybe this is why he's looked bad. The offensive line's been bad. His foot's been bothering him. Maybe I'm a little bitter because the team's been withholding information from us, the fantasy football world, the sports gambling world. There's a lot of worlds that were held hostage by this situation, not knowing it, unwillingly. Here's information about a Liz Frank injury nobody knows about, and everybody's spouting their mouth off about how, oh, they don't need to tell us. They're worried about the game. Look, you can only be worried about the game or the wins and losses as much as the fans and the business allows you to. So stop acting like the betting world, that the DFS, the Vegas, betting community, and that fantasy football worlds aren't owed an explanation or owed honesty when it comes to the reporting out of these organizations news-wise, because we make decisions based on it, and it's big business. It is not somebody getting together in their basement, drafting and picking players and betting $5 between the two of them. This is big business. And when the Steelers continue to mislead us and not give us information, it really does irk me. It makes me very angry. There's a lot that goes on with all the news that comes out and how people respond to it. And frankly, I don't know why there isn't more being made of why we didn't know about the Liz Frank injury. How much accountability does the team have to report injuries fairly and properly and accurately? Like, that's why there's an injury report. What are you going to lie on the injury report? The injury report's there for a reason. I know there's no injury report during the Liz Frank situation during the offseason, but it's frustrating to me, and it's more frustrating when people go to bat and defend the organization for holding back information from, they shouldn't, they don't care about your, I don't want to hear they don't care about my fantasy. I don't want to hear they don't care about the industry, because the industry is what helps drive their salaries up. And if the betting world wasn't here, if we are so in the way, everybody's not concerned with us, then watch their salaries tank. Watch their jersey sales tank. Everything revolves around the big business around football now. Don't kid yourself that it's you, the fan, with your bowl of popcorn that bought one jersey 4 years ago that used to have season tickets, but you don't anymore. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're the reason the NFL players make a bunch of money, because you end up turning on your TV and watching a game once in a while. It's because of the people on this side of the fence that everybody keeps slamming left and right. I'm telling you right now, it's frustrating to me when I hear people talk about the betting world as not being relevant to the player news and all that. It's garbage. So my end of my rant is this. I think that Naji Harris is a potential buy low in certain situations that are very unique. And I think that if you have him, there's certain situations where you must hold him. There's also situations where you want to sell him high and get rid of him. Now, I'm more so on the side of you get rid of him. Use this news. This is good news. This is a little bit of momentum for you. This is a little bit of information that can help you send this man packing for a reasonable price and return on your investment. This is a chance for you to get out before the bottom drops again. It's a spike in value before another bigger dip comes. Think of it like this. This is Najee's value. This is kind of how I see Naji Harris's value. So this is preseason. This is week 1, week 7, and then we'll say like week 10. Okay? And this is a graph. This is how I see his value. His value came in sky high, and it tanked in week 1. I mean, it tanked bad. And it's been like this the entire way. We're sitting here at week number 6. And it's not going to return to this level here, but you have this spike in value that maybe returns half of your investment, and you have an opportunity to sell at that investment. Now, could he continue to be like this? I don't think he's going to play at this level. Could he continue to be around this range right here? It's possible. but the odds are more greater that he's going to have this plateau here in week 6 where you can maybe get half of what you invested back in some sort of trade before it tanks. Because I promise you, if he goes out there and looks like trash, and he probably will in this Tampa Bay matchup, if he goes out there and looks like trash and this man ends up just completely making everyone lose all faith in his ability to gain your value back, coming off of the up and down of he's good, no he's not, he's bad, oh wait, maybe he's okay because of the steel toe shoe, and then he goes down again, no one's going to trust him again. No one's going to want to trade for him. The trust factor will be down to 0. You have an opportunity to come in and sell him at this price here before it tanks. If it tanks here, say goodbye. You're not getting a Pittman and ETN for Najee Harris, whereas right now you could get a Pittman and an ETN. You could get, and I'm not saying that's the lowest you should go. I'm saying you could maybe trade him for an AJ Brown straight up right now off of this news, and I would take AJ Brown in a heartbeat. I would trade him for a Kenneth Walker straight up, which you might be able to do. You never know. You might be able to do that. It's tough to say, but you want to poke around and try and see if you can get any of those types of returns on your investment while you still can. Get rid of Najee. Get rid of Najee. And if I'm wrong, let's say Najee ends up playing at that like 7 out of 10 level all year long instead of what he's at, like right, a 2 or a 1. He's almost worthless. He's almost benchable, or he really was benchable coming into this news of the plate being an issue. What are you going to get? What are you going to do if he's a 2 or a 3? You're not winning your league if he's playing at a 2 or a 3. You're losing your league. You're losing your league if you continue to hold on to this man and you don't take advantage and try your best to get an AJ Brown or a Kenneth Walker or someone at that level. So go get rid of the man before it's too late. No way you get an AJ Brown. Big Dog, I have people that come in here and say this all the time. And it's weird. No offense, Big Drop, but it's weird. Your comment's weird. Because if you watch the live stream, you'll see 15 people get it in a row. Maybe you can't, Big Drop, go get it. Maybe you're telegraphing, hey, can I trade you my Najee, please? Maybe it's your tactic, Big Drop. Because I have people tell me all the time, you can't do these things, Smitty, in my league. My league's a big boy league. We've assembled the best of the best. This won't fly in my league. I only play in big boy leagues, Smitty. Let me tell you something, Big Drop. We see things that you couldn't even dream of. If you sit around and hang into these live streams, we see things that we have buttons specifically here to press because they're so ridiculously done. So, Big Drop, things happen way greater than this, my friend. If you think this is magic, hang around and check out what's to come. Because, Big Drop, this ain't nothing. Getting an AJ Brown for a Najee Harris right now, that's child's play compared to what some of the followers in here are doing on a nightly, hourly, minute-by-minute basis. You know what I'm saying, Big Drop? There's no way. Just because your league doesn't trade, just because you got a bunch of conservative, never trading Noahs in your league, doesn't mean other people do. Not every one of your leagues is the same. Everybody coming in here and saying things like, your question's ridiculous. That's a dumb trade offer. Why would you do? Everybody's league's different. Oh, Taysom Hill's not available in my league. He wouldn't be. My league's too good. My league's absolutely just the best league in the world. We've assembled 11 monsters. There would never be a Taysom Hill available in my league. I can't be kidding me. What world do you live in? What world do you live in? Same with you, Jose. What world do you live in, Smitty? Who the hell would trade AJ Brown for Najee? What world do you live in, Jose? Do you live in a world where everybody does even Steven trades? Oh, let's do an even trade. Let's not try and get over on our league mate. Jose and Big Drop are the individuals sitting at their desk. No offense, I love you guys, Brofist, but you need to adjust your thinking. You need to adjust your thinking. You need to realize that you can go get the world if you want it. You're Jose. You can do whatever you want. You're Big Drop. You can be whoever you want, Big Drop, whenever you want to drop it. It's up to you. You can have the negative Nancy approach and say, I'm not going to send the offer out. I'm not going to send my Najee for his AJ Brown because I'm afraid it won't get done. You can be afraid of your own shadow, Big Drop, or you can go drop some fire and try and take advantage of your league mates. These baffle me. This gives me that chuckle, that belly laugh chuckle when I read comments like this, where everyone acts like you can't get one over on your league mate. That Steve from accounting isn't in the elevator right now checking his phone, and he's upset because they put peanuts in his Cobb salad, and he's riding to the 11th floor with nothing to do, and they keep stopping every single floor. He's frustrated. He's irritated. He's got peanuts in his Cobb salad. And Jose and Big Drop think that he is invulnerable at one moment to hit accept on a trade he shouldn't hit accept on. Let me ask you something, perfect gentlemen here, Jose and Big Drop. I know you've never committed a sin or ever made a trade you regret doing. Are you telling me you've never once said, I accept this trade? Why did I do that trade? The minute you press the button, why did I do that trade? Are you that perfect, Jose and Big Drop, that you have never ever cast a stone yourself? I'm curious to know, because you're acting like A.J. Brown. If you think A.J. Brown, getting A.J. Brown for your Naji Harris is unthinkable, I don't know what world you live in. I don't know what world you live in. There's a reason I developed this button right here. This is for when we do execute such trades.
Got him.
There's a reason we have that button. We have that button for that very reason, bro. I mean, who wouldn't be upset if there were nuts in your Cobb salad? Who wouldn't? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's riding up the elevator. He's allergic to peanuts. And he's got nuts in his Cobb salad. And he's riding to the 11th floor, stop after stop after stop. And a guy like Big Drop is pestering him. I'll give you my Naji. It's just a metal plate. It's a steel plate. It's out of his shoe. And he's got the phone in one hand, the Cobb salad in the other. He's trying to pick the peanuts out of the salad one by one with his mouth while he's trying to text back Big Drop. And Big Drop's pestering him over and over and over. Finally, he says, forget it. I'm just going to accept it to get Big Drop off my back. Boom. I shouldn't have made that trade. He drops the salad. It goes everywhere. There's peanuts all over the elevator. I mean, it's just absolutely. This is why we have the magic button. And Big Drop and Jose, that's why we have the veto police button.
King 25, code 428. Dispatch veto Popo. Popo's been dispatched. King 25 out.
There's a reason we have these things. And Avatar's right. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So my advice to both Jose and Big Drop is to be a little more open-minded as to what your league mates might be capable of undoing. Okay? They might be more capable of unraveling their teams more than you believe. So enough of that. We have a couple super chats waiting. And the first one's from James. James says, watching you deployed from Japan. Thank you for your service, James. You are the man. Got offered Henry and Olave for my Breece Hall and Gallup. That's tough. I mean, I guess you could take the Henry and Olave as long as you're willing to take the risk that Henry could go down at any moment given the huge mileage. But, you know, that's a fun gamble to take if Henry continues to play well. So, I love Breece Hall, but that might be something, you know, if you have another Breece Hall share somewhere, might be a fun trade to accept as long as you got shares of Breece Hall somewhere else. Can we do this live? We can do it live, Rock Out. You know, it's interesting, some of the comments that come through here once in a while. I think they left the chat, Smitty. Maybe they did. I didn't mean to drive anyone away, but it's just like, you know, I see it all the time, and it irritates me when people act like you can't get a steal done anymore. You know, it's just when you do what I do over and over, and you give someone advice to go get over on somebody on a trade. You want to one up somebody, right? Who wants to do an even Steven? I'll trade you $5 for 5 ones. Who's out there trying to do that? Who's out there trying to do an even Steven trade? Not me. Not me. Oh, Drop's here. It's all good. No hard feelings. Yeah, Drop's here. Drop understands what time it is. Big Drop, I appreciate you, broski. Bro fist. Now, where's the other guy? Where's Jose? Did Jose leave or is Jose here? Big Drop's got thick skin. He doesn't care. Big Drop. There's a reason his name's Big Drop. It's not small drop. It's not medium drop. It's Big Drop. Okay? He ain't scared of nobody. He's not scared of me. He's not scared of the show. He's not scared. Big Drop's here to ball. And Big Drop, I just don't know about Jose. We're going to see what Jose's made of. But Big Drop, appreciate you, bro fist. Big Drop, my problem is this. I come in here on a daily basis and help people try and demolish their league mates in trades. See, Big Drop threw a bro fist. Everybody give a bro fist for Big Drop. I mean, what a sport this guy is. What a sport. Everybody, moon rockets and bro fist for Big Drop real quick. Let's let Big Drop feel some love after getting blasted there. Because he deserves it. He's blasting off to outer space now.
To the moon.
That's my boy. Big Drop starting to grow on me. Pardon the pun. Big Drop got some big. Yeah, that's right, Taco. So, where's this Jose character, though? Did he leave? I don't know if he left or not. Jose, give me a bro fist if you're still with me, my man. But my point is, the reason I get a little frustrated is, like, I'm out here trying to help you guys, make, smash diamonds out of just, acorns, try and part the seas for you. And then I get someone that comes in here and gets mad because I say something like, hey, why don't you try and get ETN using Curtis Samuel? Which is a reasonable thing to come up with if you're trying to take advantage of somebody else's value, okay? You trade Curtis Samuel, Dropsy boy Curtis, who can't pull a pass in for anything lately. Dropsy, no stick him on his hands Curtis Samuel for ETN. And then somebody comes in like Big Drop would have pre-Brofist, pre-rocket ships. See, Big Drop is my guy now. But pre that, before that, someone like Big Drop would have come in and said, you can't get ETN. Smitty, in my league, you can't get ETN for Curtis Samuel. That is child's play. Those are the softest softball trades where we're taking advantage of people left and right. We're literally seeing people on this live stream get Barkley, or a few weeks ago got Barkley using Naji in a wide receiver that was popping off that no longer is, or coming out of week 1 and 2 when people were all on J-Rob, just giving me the business. Smitty, you're wrong about J-Rob. He looks like a top 5 running back. How are you gonna feel now that the comments I got? Hey, Smitty, looks like you're no running back that has a torn Achilles tendon will ever return to top 10 running back form. Looks like that's thrown out the window. Like J-Rob was marching on his way to a top 10 running back status. The things I put up with on a regular basis. You got to shoot your shot. Where's Jose? Did Jose leave? I think Jose left. That's a shame. Big Drop stuck around. Appreciate Big Drop. Fane with the $10 hauler. $10.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. My boy Fane dropping a serious wad on screen. Fane with the $10 hauler. Fane says this. He says, help was offered Adams and CEH for my Jacobs and JK and Devonta Smith. I think you take Adams and you run, my bro. I mean, what do you need help with? I mean, I smashed that trade all day long. Fane, do it live. Do it live, Fane. That's an easy one. This one's from James. This one says, traded Chase for Olave and Swift. It's arguable. Like, Olave's kind of an undervalued piece right now. He's an undervalued component. I really like Olave right now, and I definitely would consider Swift and Chase very parallel. I like Chase a little bit more. Now, Swift's going on his bye, so it's very deceptive right now. Right now, you're feeling like, okay, I have Swift out, but you don't really have Swift out. He was out last week. He's on a bye. Chase is going to have a bye. So if you can weather through this week, maybe your opponent is weaker this week and you're going to win anyway, that's when going and getting a Swift or a St. Brown on the bye week makes a whole lot of sense for you, because you can get the win anyway and march on in without a bye going forward. So I'm going to say that this one feels like I'm going to lean Swift and Olave because Olave is that good, but I just want to make sure I'm not like disrespecting my boy Chase and acting like it's a slam dunk. I probably do it. I think Olave can hang with Chase enough to be like, give me Swift, bro. Give me Swift. So I'm doing that. I'm doing that Olave side. Traded away Mixon, Olave, and Pitts for Swift, London, and Goddard. Oh man, I guess I would rather have the Swift side on that. I don't trust Mixon right now. I'll buy Mixon at the right price, but it'd have to be an extremely good deal to go get Mixon, and I don't know that feels like the side of the trade I want to be on. To be honest with you, broski. All right, good buddy. All right, buddy. Appreciate you, buddy boy. I traded Schultz, Garrett Wilson for Stafford and Higbee. Wentz and Dak for my current QBs. Okay, so you traded Schultz and Garrett Wilson for Stafford and Higbee. I kind of like the Stafford and Higbee part a little better. I think Higbee's a consistent tight end, top 5, 6, 7, somewhere around that range. And Stafford, I believe, has at least a shot to bounce back. So I feel like that's not too bad. Also traded Garrett Wilson for Stevenson. That was a home run. Absolute.
You've just been Smitty approved.
And then, let's see here. Let me get these. I got to get that question back on screen. Is Rillo's question, right? Rillo says, yeah, so lastly, I traded Amon-Ra St. Brown. Look at that. ARSTB. Isn't it just like easier to type in Amon or something? It's just so long. ARSTB. Madison for Swift. I like both sides, to be honest. I like St. Brown a lot, but I'll take Swift. You got Swift and Jamal, so that makes a lot of sense. You lost Javonte. All wins around the table, bro. Overall, just win. Win season for you. What is your theory on handcuff running backs? They're a must in certain situations, and they're a complete waste of space in other situations. P. Ryan for Mixon, that's not bad. Trying to cuff, let's say, Barkley, I don't care. Whoever's starting in New York, should Barkley go down, is probably going to be as inconsistent as can be. So, it just really depends. I think, what's his name, Brightwater or whatever his name is, the backup in New York, he's pretty decent. But I still don't know that he's doing anything consistent if he gets in there. So I'm not too worried about backing up. I'd rather have better pieces. If you didn't pick up Taysom Hill because of that, then that's what I'm talking about. Half PPR, trade. I give Jeff Wilson, B. Rob, and Devontae, Gabe Davis, and Hurst. I get Diggs and Joku, Pickens, Renfro. What is this such a big trade for? Like, what are you guys throwing in? Like Hurst and Renfro and Boone? Like, this is just crazy. It's hard to even break it down. Jeff Wilson, B. Rob, Gabe Davis. You get Diggs. I like the Diggs side. Trying to confuse me with all these different names in there, Caspo, but really what you're doing, Caspo, is dropping fire, and I accept your said fire.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Thank you for the super chat, Caspo, and you smashed it. I mean, you got Diggs, bro. Hey, bro, do you think Geno is fantasy relevant rest of season, and do you think you can pair him with either Herbert and or Gallup for Adams? Pair either him or Herbert. I keep Herbert, bro. I don't trade Herbert. I don't think you're getting what you want out of Herbert in a trade. No one's overpaying for him, so you're just getting rid of him for pennies on the dollar. I would trade Geno. Do I think you can get Adams? I do not. I think you're living in a dream world. But guess what? Big drop. And I will now tell you, go for it, though. Try. Would I start Geno and trade Herbert and Gallup for Adams or A.J. Brown? Yes, I would. Are you going to get that? Most likely not. That's more of a stretch than anything that we're saying here that I feel like you could pull off. But certainly try. I mean, Herbert, maybe the owner you're going after is so starved with QBs. He's having trauma right now. He's having nightmares. And he needs a quarterback, and he'll do anything to just solve and fill that hole that he's bleeding out of that hole. He's just like, I got to fill it. I got to just shove something into there. Stop the bleeding. Stop the hemorrhaging. Give me Herbert. I'll give you Adams or A.J. Brown. I don't care. Here's A.J. Brown. Sure. Try for both of them. Geno and Brown or Geno and Adams is better than just Herbert and Gallup. So Smitty approved if you get that done. If you do, let us know. People are doing weird trades all the time. I'm telling you, if Jose's still here, my boy Jose who left, I don't know if he's mad at me. I know Big Drop's not mad at me. Big Drop, you're going to watch. People are going to come in, and they're going to say, I pulled it off. Here's the trade I pulled off. Remember we talked about it last night, the next show. Remember we talked about it last night, the next show. and we're going to see people coming in that are going to be dropping fire. Just wanted to show support and thank you for your help. I got Damian Pierce for Stevenson and B-Rob. Now, I like both of those sides. Like, I just want to make it clear that Stevenson and B-Rob are very, very good players. But I would take the more secure Pierce, and I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your super chat and your support. This one's from Isaac. Isaac said, I have Chase and Tyreek at wide receiver and Godwin and as one of my flexes. Would you bench Tyreek this week with his QB? I'm considering putting Taysom Hill at the flex. You can't bench Tyreek Hill. He's playing. He's off the injury report. You can't bench Tyreek Hill. There's just a no. The answer is no. Do you start Taysom at tight end? Sure. Do you start him at flex? Sure. Is Tyreek your number one wide receiver? Yes. Should you have a conversation about putting your flex play or your wide receiver 3, or if you don't have 3 wide receivers, you have 2 wide receivers and a flex, your flex on the bench for Taysom Hill? Let's have that conversation, Isaac. But we're not having a conversation about your number one wide receiver. This isn't even the question. We need to go to your flex spot and have this debate. We're having this debate in the wrong area of your team. In week 3, appreciate your super chat. In week 3, I added Everett from the waiver wire and traded him for ETN. Perfect example of buy low, sell high. I like it. I mean, you probably sold too low and bought too high. Ends up circling back around, and now you're like that guy we talked about earlier with the mullet that never cut it, and then it went out of style. He kept wearing it, and then the mullets came back, and he still had it, and people were like, bro, love the do. And the guy with the mullet's like, really? And he has no idea. He weathered through all the bad moments and literally just happenstance. He has a mullet when it's cool again. That's like you, bro. You literally, who was that? That was Jacob. You literally traded for ETN when he wasn't cool. You overpaid. You held on to the mullet, bro. And now look at you. Now look at you. Now you're in style. Everybody wants the mullet. You've got it. You're the man. Rockout says drop Conklin or Schultz, or both. Depends, bro. Drop Conklin or Schultz. Depends on what you're picking up. But I mean, both of them are very, very capable of being dropped. We need a mullet. We need like a mullet. Double A says mullets went out of style. Don't answer that. Let Double A think that he's been fine with the mullet the entire time. I don't want Double A, getting offended here. He's one of my OGs. So let's please. Whoops, I meant to. Sorry, Avatar. We got to keep it. Clean in here. Okay, Smitty Corleone, appreciate you. Jose, you back? Jose's back. Jose. Okay, first of all, Jose, let me just tell you something. While you were gone, Big Drop and I had an amazing moment. Okay, now, Jose, you left and came back. Did you see the part where I'm talking you and Big Drop up and saying how much I appreciate you? Or did you leave and literally leave mad? Let's see if Jose's going to come back. But, Jose, we talked about how just because your league is a certain way doesn't mean other people aren't having... yeah, I know, Avatar. I'm sorry. We're required to keep the chat clean and everything. So, anyway, Jose Brofist is all I was saying. Big Drop and I are good. I hope you're good, Jose. Stay in pitcher tent, Jose. It's just fun. It's all fun and games, bro. Dobbins have any value? If so, what could I get or just hold? I'm trying to try and package Dobbins and another player together to go get yourself a Kenneth Walker on the low. Now, Jose's going to tell you, no one's going to trade Kenneth Walker using J.K. Dobbins. And we're just going to have to look and nod. Yes, Jose. It's okay. You're right, Jose. Jose, you're right. Nobody makes bad trades. Keep offering even Steven trades. You know what I'm saying, Jose? That's all I'm saying, bro. I appreciate you. Everybody give a bro fist for Jose so Jose feels loved. Bro fists and rocket ships for Jose. Jose's been a good sport. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. We need to have a no way, Jose button, I think. Jose, are you okay with that? A no way, Jose button? Whenever a deal is being done where we don't think it can actually be done, there's no humanly possible way that someone's going to accept the deal. We have a Jose way Oh, no way, Jose button. Oh, bro fists and rocket ships for Jose. Appreciate you, Jose. Is Jose good? We'll see. I don't know. Some people take it too hard. Like, Big Drop loved it. He came back. Big Drop's like, look, this is life. You know? This is no different than the copy machine room at work where people are busting you, busting your nads because, you overfilled the copy machine and it stopped, jammed. You jammed the copy machine? Big Drop again? Big Drop, you keep jamming the copy machine, buddy. Big Drop's used to it. This is no big deal. He gets bumped around in there all the time. Big Drop's, he can handle himself. He's got a pair, bro. Jose, let's say I'm here, entertainment. I'm 5-0 and 4-1 in both my leagues. So I think if I'm reading this correctly, and this could be my psychology degree failing me, but I'm going to say by reading this is Jose saying he doesn't need me. He's here only because I'm maybe entertaining, and he's 5-0 4-1, and I don't need you, Smitty. Is basically the way I'm reading that. Am I right, Jose? Do I have that right? I'm not sure. Anyway, I still appreciate you regardless. Smitty, when was your last vacation? About 2 hours ago, when in between streams. This was my vacation. We went and got a little. I took the little one to get a little dessert. Went to get the big old chocolate chip cookie. Okay, Dobbins have any value? Definitely try and trade him for, like I said, try and go after a Kenneth Walker. Try and go after a Stevenson. Try and go after a Higgins. Try and go after. I'd even trade Dobbins for Pittman straight up, to be honest with you. But you certainly can get rid of him right now in a package deal. More than any other way. Like it's hard to get rid of somebody like that unless you do some sort of package deal. Let me drop these super chats on screen here before they get out of hand and out of control, and I don't know what I'm looking at here. Dobbins, I think I got that one. Rock out. Okay, Jacob, I think I'm caught up. Thank you guys for the super chats. OJ Simpson in the building. Trade away Cooks and Higgins for JT. Only if you like winning, my guy. Only if you like winning.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Yeah, attaboy, broski. Isaac dropping fire here. Let's try this again. Higbee, flex is Godwin and Hunt. Would you bench any of them for Taysom Hill this week? There we go. Attaboy, Isaac. Appreciate you. So tight ends Higbee, flex is Godwin and Hunt. I would probably put Taysom Hill in over Hunt. Am I wrong? Can someone give me a confirmation on that one? Someone send Jose a cookie. Says Master. Thank you. I like Jose. I hope Jose doesn't take this the wrong way. Like, Jose came in hot. Big Drop came in hot. Said, who's going to make that trade? No one's going to trade. And it just turned into, a whole different thing. So, Jose, I appreciate you. Current lineup, full PPR. Herbert, Eckler, Hall, Diggs, Mike Williams, Walker, Higbee. Bench is CD, Eno, Olave, McKenzie. Would you make any changes? Herbert, Eckler, Hall, Diggs, Mike Williams, Walker. Higbee, bench is CD, Eno, Olave. So Olave's questionable, but Olave would be someone to consider, I suppose, over Mike Williams, maybe. Like, if Olave was healthy. I just don't know if he is. Mike Williams over CD, CD over Mike Williams. I go back and forth on that one. The bottom line is this. Mike Williams is balling out, and I didn't even realize how good he was balling out. Look at this. Look at this. Jose dropping fire. Look at this. This is what I'm talking. This is thick skin right here, people. Just like Big Drop. They're made of the same cloth. You guys might be brothers. You should have way more subs. All those fantasy pros are boring mofos. Look at Jose. Can we get some more rocket ships and brofist for Jose? I mean, the thick skin on this man. I don't think he can feel when someone's tapping on his shoulder. His skin is so thick. It's like, Jose, your table's ready? Jose, oh, yeah, sorry, you got thick skin. That's Jose. Jose can't even go out. He doesn't feel anything. His skin's so thick. What was I even saying? I don't even know. Someone say vacation? I love a vacation. What am I doing here? Where Squirrel? Where am I? Completely lost my train of thought. CD Lamb or Mike Williams. Guys, CD Lamb or Mike Williams, can we get a vote for just get it done? That's the only move you got to make here. I mean, it's CD Lamb or Mike Williams. That's it. Everything else is perfect. I'm not sitting Walker. Not sitting anybody like that. Michael with the $4 hauler. Michael, thank you. I'm going to put your question right here and get to that next. I appreciate your $4 hauler, Michael. You are the man, the myth, the legend. OJ, appreciate your question. Smitty always makes it right. Tough love. Thank you, Taco. Appreciate you. You know, we do. I'm like a coach here. That's all I like to think of myself as a coach. I'm not trying to. I'm a tough coach. You know, that's all it is. Michael, thank you. Rock out. Appreciate your super chat. Big Lucius dropping a super on screen there. Big Lucius, thank you. Let me put Big Lou over here. And G Money dropping the $10 wallet.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
G Money. Yep. Hey, Smitty, quarterback Burrow, running back JT, Algier, CD Lamb, Hollywood, Tunyon, Mike Williams. Bench is Rashad, B-Rob. Ooh, B-Rob on the bench. It's okay. It's okay. You were waiting a week. You just wanted to see. But he was a better start than Algier by a mile, G-Money, right? Because isn't Algier going up against the Niners? Am I wrong on that? Am I blanking out on that? Falcons are, yes, at home against the Niners. That's a tough D. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Maybe I advised you on that. I don't know. Maybe I said Algier. I don't think I did. But B-Rob looked pretty good, and I think going forward you're going to be fine. So let's see if there's a question here. Warren, is there a way to get Dylan or other upgrades? I think Dylan is a very good buy low. I think coming off of if Algier were to have a big game, you'd have some piece to sell there. But honestly, I don't think you got anything. You want to keep B-Rob. I don't think you have anything that can get you Dylan unless you trade Warren. For some reason, people love Warren right now. And I'm not, and maybe that's just because of the steel toe. Now it's become he's got a steel leg. The rumors are circling. It's like Najee had a steel plate in his boot. Najee's got a steel foot. Najee's whole entire leg is now steel. The rumors are getting rampant. I think you can maybe trade Warren for him, but if not, you got to wait for Algier to either bust and not gain the value you need, or you trade Hollywood Brown for Dylan and a wide receiver. Example, if this guy had Pittman would be the perfect wide receiver to go get using Hollywood and getting like a Dylan, but I can't, obviously don't know if he has that. But I would say, who does the Dylan owner have? And is it anybody that can be swapped out with Hollywood? And who does the Pittman owner have? I kind of like Pittman right now. But, yeah, I don't know. Dylan would be, I need more information, G-Money. If you want to just ask that again, you can put little question mark emojis too if you want to continue the question versus super chat again. I'm not trying to get you to super chat again on that question, but I'd like to help you, but I just need more information. Also, maybe I'll open the phone line up and we'll talk about it. Big Lucius says, is Chase Edmonds worth a third priority pickup? I don't know. I don't think so. If yes, I would drop my backup to Mixon. I'd rather keep the backup to Mixon. Chase Edmonds isn't doing it for me right now. Tight end pickups, Bellinger, Brait, or Mo Ali Cox. I'll probably pick up Mo Ali. Conklin's okay, but probably pick up Mo Ali. Adam Sandler foot, yeah, it's like a metal. Everyone's talking about it now. It's like a metal foot. It's like he's got a steel lower body. 10-team PPR. I have Josh Allen, Fournette, Kelsey, but after that, my team sucks. B. Cooks, DJ Moore, Dobbs, Curtis Samuel, and Cordero and Mitchell injured. What do I do? So Josh Allen, Fournette, and Kelsey. You got to trade Josh Allen and Kelsey probably, bro. You're going to take Josh Allen, turn him into a Burrow and into a Jamar Chase. You could trade Josh Allen for Burrow and Jamar Chase, that type of deal. Like where you're literally getting two players. One is a monster in Jamar Chase, but Josh Allen's is so much more valuable. And then you get the quarterback that's doubted and down and out. Trade Kelsey for, go rogue at tight end. Don't even ask for a tight end back. Try and find a tight end through your own means. And trade Kelsey for Kenneth Walker and Higgins. and then all of a sudden your team's starting to shape up, but you can't win with that team. No offense. I think you know this. That's why you're asking. And, you might be able to get back into the mix if you can do 2 trades, but don't screw them up, because if you trade Josh Allen and you get like mediocre return, you're like, how'd I do, Smitty? I'm not gonna be happy. You need to land 2 baller trades. 2 trades that both Jose and Big Drop would say would never happen. You land 2 trades like that, you're in the mix. Big old $2 for all the tough people on tonight. Appreciate you, Ben, for dropping that super chat. Thank you very much, kind sir. All right, let's see. Big Lucius, I took care of him. Rock Out, took care of him. Michael, took care of him. I think we're caught up here. Dan, thank you, Dan. OJ Simpson, $2 hauler. I put Cooks. I meant Cook and Higgins. OJ, I didn't retain the information in my brain, so I'm going to have to go searching for the question again. That helps me zero. But I will go look for it. Give me 1 second there, big OJ. OJ, you're always causing trouble wherever you go, OJ Simpson. You're always leaving a mess behind wherever you go. And you're making people clean up after you. And now I got to go search for your question, OJ. OJ, so full of love, would never have dropped that bloody glove. Trade away Cooks and Higgins. You meant Cook. Okay. Trade away Dalvin Cook and Higgins for JT. That is very different. I would say I would still take JT. So I'm going to say no. I would still take JT. It's close, but I would take JT. Higgins is injured right now. Just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying, broski? Now, OJ, let me sign your ball, your autograph ball. Now, please acquit him and please stand tall. OJ, you're dismissed. You're free to go. Can't believe that, man. All right. Hey, Smitty, full PPR, Mahomes, Mixon, Dalvin Cook, Tyreek, Godwin, Gabe Davis, TJ Hawkinson. Any changes? Hey, Smitty, let's see. Mixon, Cook, Tyreek, Godwin. Yeah, I probably, if I'm you, bro, no offense, but this team probably needs a trade. Mixon's not doing it. I'd trade Mixon for Walker straight up if you can. I've seen that done twice today. I would trade Dalvin Cook for, an Aaron Jones and Higgins. I've seen that done at least twice today. I would send Tyreek packing for a combination, but you'd have to get, a Walker and Pittman. Like, these are the kind of moves. You need to do at least one of those moves, if not 2, to, I think, get a team that can win it all. Who to flex this week since I'm benching Higgins with his injury? Kittle, Ayuk, A.J. Dillon, Rashad White. I'd probably say I would go with A.J. Dillon, but that's me. It's a little bit of a dice roll, but I do like Dillon. Start Kirk Cousins or Geno. Geno's probably safer. Kirk Cousins is more risk, but maybe a tad more upside given he's got J.J. and capability of having a 3 TD game at any moment. So that's kind of how I'd rank those two. This one's from Jacob. Did I get to this one already? Thoughts? Carr, JJ, Adams, Higgins, Hopkins, ETN, Walker, Dillon, Pollard, Rashad White, Madison as buy starter dropping after week 6. So Carr should get a little better. I'm not totally scared of Carr. JJ, Adams, and Higgins is pretty darn good wide receiver crew. You got Hopkins, ETN, Walker, Dillon. I think where you can maybe make an improvement is trade potentially Hopkins and Dillon, Hopkins and Pollard, Hopkins in general for a running back. Aaron Jones comes to mind. I know you've got Dillon already. That actually might work out. I don't think I touch Walker or ETN. So if you can't get rid of Hopkins straight up for a player like Aaron Jones, which would be a tall order. That's almost a vetoable trade, in a league that allows vetoes, which is garbage. Nobody should have vetoes in their league. But if you do, that's something that could get vetoed. But you need to pull something off crazy like that. You already have Kenneth Walker, Dameon Pierce for Hopkins. Probably not going to happen, but you could try it. Stevenson for Hopkins. Anything to get another running back in there. But if that fails, you could go Higgins and Hopkins together, or you could go potentially a Dillon and Hopkins for an Aaron Jones or a Dylan. Even though I like Dylan a lot, I just think Dylan and Hopkins for a running back like Pierce could work. Past that, I mean, you got a good team. I just think trying to use Hopkins to get a better running back to put alongside of Walker, and ETN is gonna maybe get there, but because you can't get enough trade value for him, I don't think I want you trading ETN. I want you to hold him and wait, in hopes that he blows up. South, $10 hauler from South.
Mashed potatoes.
My boy. Have Mahomes, Sutton, Lockett, Barkley, CMC, bench Olave, J-Rob, nice. Should I try and trade B-Hall and Olave for Cup? B-Hall and Olave for Cup. I guess I'd be okay with that, but I'm okay with keeping it too. Like that's how you would get rid of. That's how you'd have to get rid of players in order to get Cup, and I think most people wouldn't even take that. B-Hall and Olave, they just want to keep Cup, but it's a very arguable thing. People forget how good Olave was 2 weeks ago, and so now people look at him like a little bit of a question mark. But that's I think Cup demands a little more. And I don't know that I want to pay it because I love Breece Hall and I love Olave. So for me, I'm looking at this team and I'm like, okay, I don't mind you getting Cup, obviously. But Barkley, CMC, you can afford it though. You have JT though. I just saw that. For some reason, I barely saw JT. You have JT, Barkley, and CMC, and you have Breece Hall. Yeah, you can afford this. You've got the depth to do this. Go get Breece. Go get Cooper Kupp. I hate to send Breece Hall packing, but go get Cooper Kupp. You got the depth to do this. I didn't realize you had JT as well. That's a smash. You could even give up a tiny bit more. Like you have the ability to do that. Rock out B-Rob with the number one. Start a B-Rob with running back 1, Kamara, and Swift on a bye. Nice job, Rock out. Would you trade either Hollywood Brown or Waddle for St. Brown? I would trade either one of them for St. Brown, bro. Either one of them. I clearly would rather give up Hollywood before I give up Waddle. But St. Brown is the easy go-get in that situation, my guy. That's a simple question. Absolutely. Let's see if I got any other super chats that I missed. Hey, Smitty, full PPR Mahomes, Mixon. Okay, I got that one. Big Lucius, I think I got his question. Gino. And then we've got Oliveira says, use my number 1 waiver claim on Connor. I have Eno already. I don't know. I suppose, bro, but I'm not like actually, I'm not super high on Connor. Maybe Connor falls to you if you just wait through the waiver process, but I don't know. Does anybody in the chat, and monitor the chat because I'm going to ask the chat and they'll give you a little bit more feedback. Does anybody think that Connor's worth the number 1 waiver claim? I mean, the further we get in, the more likely a number 1 waiver claim player is not even available anymore. There's nobody worth that claim anymore. So I don't know. But like, what if Pitts gets cut or something like that? Flex Boyd, Chase, handcuff, or Pierce. I probably put Boyd in there. But Pierce isn't bad. Those are both okay starts, bro. Those are both very, very close. But I'd say I'd probably go Boyd. Hey, Smitty, Breece, right on schedule, like you said before week 1. Full PPR, pick 2 for the flex. Eno, Lazard, Olave, Pickens, or Lamb. Lamb and Eno this week, but Olave is going to soon be in there with Lamb. And maybe Eno's not the best pick, a couple weeks from now. We'll have to see. But right now, that's how I'd roll. Even though I really badly want to say put Olave in there, we just don't know what he's, maybe ask me this question Saturday night too. Dylan owner has Cup, A.J. Brown, Alec Pierce. Pittman owner has Debo, Najee, Melvin Gordon, Lockett, Jacobs, and Edmonds. That's tough. There's nothing there. I wish the owner had both. I suppose if you're trying to get Dylan, let me put this aside. We'll pull up your roster in a second. Let me get through these two right here. Debo and Breece Hall for Mixon and Kittle and Pittman. Debo and Breece Hall by 1,000 miles, bro. Like, that's not even close. And then G Money says Dylan owner has Cup. Oh, Dylan owner is okay. I think I already got that. Thank you, G Money, for the super chat, my guy. Keep doing your thing. Thank you, Locke. Appreciate you. And this one from Ramos, and then we'll pull up G-Money's team. Ramos says, 4-1, do I make a move? 7 running backs, Kyler, JT, Stevenson, AJ, Dilly, Madison, Rashad White, ETN, B. Hall, Eli Mitchell, IR, wide receivers, Amon Ra, CD, tight end, Andrews. So you got CD and Amon Ra. You've got JT, Stevenson, Aaron, AJ, Dillon, Madison, Rashad White, ETN, B-Rob. I mean, you could trade B-Rob and, like, Thielen, or B-Rob and Dillon, or B-Rob and Stevenson to try and, like, get that extra running back. Like, B-Rob and Stevenson, what could it get you ultimately? Could it get you a Breece Hall? B-Rob and Stevenson? Maybe it will. Would I do that? Yes. Would I do it for an Aaron Jones? Maybe. B-Rob and Stevenson for Aaron Jones? Maybe. But I don't think you need to make a move. You've got a very strong team. JT, Stevenson, and then Amon Ra and CD. Maybe CD Lamb and B-Rob for a Diggs. Maybe CD Lamb and B-Rob for an Adams, potentially. Maybe a Jamar Chase. Those things would be, I think, other avenues I'd be looking toward. And then G-Money's team. G-Money. Okay, so G-Money, Burrow, JT, Algier, CD Lamb, Hollywood, Tunyon. So Dylan owner has Cup, AJ Brown. So could you do a CD Lamb, AJ Brown trade? I know you're asking about Dylan, but the Dylan owner, AJ Brown, who you got? You got CD, Hollywood, Pittman. I mean, what if you got... Man. Pittman owner has Debo, Najee. Yeah, I don't see a way to do a trade here. I would say Dylan owner has Pierce, AJ Brown. I wonder if you could get AJ Brown for like Hollywood and somebody like, let's see, I wonder if you could trade B-Rob and Hollywood for Debo. B-Rob, Hollywood, and Mike Williams. B-Rob, Hollywood, Mike Williams for Debo and Pittman. And maybe you don't even think that's a good move, but I don't know. I can't think of anything else that works well with this team. I like the idea of Pittman over B-Rob if you need a wide receiver. It sounds like you're looking for a running back, and based on the fact that B-Rob's your running back too. B-Rob and Hollywood for I don't even think I would take Najee. I'd probably rather B-Rob and Hollywood over Najee. But if you wanted to take a risk and you felt like you needed to, I could get behind either side of that. So if you wanted to go get Naji Harris in hopes that maybe that steel plate did hold him back, there's a chance. I mean, G-Money, there's a chance. Would that be a good move for your team, Hollywood and B-Rob for Najee? I don't know. Could you get Pittman too? Could you do Hollywood and B-Rob with a player like Algier for Najee and Pittman? I would do that. That would be a good move. Get Najee and Pittman for that. I don't know if it'll work. Tough to say. That's a tough one. Man, G-Money, you've had some tough questions for me the last couple. Like I'm feeling like I can't even come up with the best offer for you too, and I feel bad. So we might need to have you call in. Ramos, I think I got Ramos's question already. Yeah, nice job, Ramos. All right, let's open up the phone lines. Let's open up the phone lines and take some calls.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
All right, dial in to thy show. Dial into the show if you know what's good for you. James dropping a super. James says, You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I do for you?
Smitty, how are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. What can I do for you? How you doing?
This is Ray, my friend. So I got a couple questions for you.
Yo.
Would you trade, and I don't know if you want me to name my team out, but would you trade Derrick Henry, Damian Pierce, and Drake London for Cooper Kupp and Mark Andrews?
For Kupp and Andrews? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy.
Really? Derrick Henry and Damian Pierce?
I mean, what about that
And London.
doesn't seem? I mean, think about it. You got Kupp versus Henry. That's the side is Kupp, and Pierce
Yep.
versus. I mean, I like London, but he's got a really crappy situation right now. You're talking about Andrews versus Pierce. I mean, both sides of this trade win. Like, what do you mean? Got to smash that. Is that out there for you? Is that off? Is that offer sitting there where you can get Kupp and Andrews and hit the button?
It's not sitting there, but it's being discussed, and that's kind of where it's leaning towards.
I'd almost bet you he pulls out of that deal and he doesn't do it. That sounds like one of those pipe dream conversations, and when push comes to shove, he's not doing it. But please let us know if you pull that off. Let us know if you pull that off, because we'll definitely hit that sorcerer of the day. Yeah, it's a steal, man. That's a steal. I like Pierce a lot,
and
but
I love Pierce, man. I think his value is going up, and someone's trying to trade me Tyreek for Pierce, and I'm even on the fence of that.
well, I mean,
Pierce, I think
Tyreek's a little bit of a question mark. So,
Yep.
His quarterback situation, he's been banged up.
Smitty, man, I've been trying to call you forever, and I know I'm so happy for you, man. I've been watching you for about almost 3 years now. And this is the first time I got through. I've been trying to call you for 2 weeks, but I hear the background is dinging. So
yeah, we
I
can do it.
why,
every single one of those dings is a missed call. Every single one of them. They just
that's crazy.
That's
crazy. It's dinging like an AOL Messenger back in the day, man.
Yeah, it's ICQ. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
If you can save me, Smitty, I'm Ray, man. I'll give you a call another time.
Yeah,
man.
call
appreciate the show and everything you do.
Call anytime, pal.
All right, brother.
All right, I got 3 callers on the same line here, so no mouth breathing while each of you talks. I'm gonna put Danny from Tampa on here too. So I got Danny on the line. I've got I believe Michael on the line, and I've got 2 callers. Those other 2 callers, can you guys say your names?
Yeah, this is Kyle right here.
Kyle, okay. Kyle, and who's the other guy? All right, well, hey, Kyle, hit me with your question.
All right, brother. So right now I'm running a 1-4 right now. Just curious if I should make any moves right now. I thought I had a pretty solid team. Obviously I've been following all your videos and everything like that. I just haven't hit the best of luck. So right now I have Jay Herbert, B. Hall, Kenneth Walker, Dobbs, Jamar Chase, T. Hill, ETN, E. Moore, T. Higgins, Pierce, Algier, and Boone. So, and any advice you can give me, brother, I'm all ears.
So you have Walker, Hall, and then your wide receivers are Chase and Higgins, and who else?
Yep, Chase, Higgins, Dobbs.
Okay. I mean,
and more.
The problem is I like all these players, so trading them away,
right? For sure.
selling them is not. I don't know. I kind of like your team. I think it's coming together. I bet you were worried about a week and a half ago. You're like, holy crap, I got no running backs.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And it's like now you look at your team, and it's like
sure.
Breece Hall and Walker look like totally different today than they did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's insane.
Higgins, I'm tempted to maybe divide up your 2 Bengal, wide receiver combo there, or you could triple down and get rid of Herbs and get Burrow in there and get something in return, because Burrow's probably lower value than Herbert.
Good call.
I mean, that would be a lot to put on your Bengals, though. I would say, Higgins. Could you get JT for Higgins and Pierce?
Yeah, I'd be willing to do anything right now, man. I just want to win this league. You know, I won last year, man, so I'm looking to double down and try to win this year. I mean, honestly, through your text line and everything like that, man, it's been so helpful all the way through.
Hey, appreciate you. I would look to try and get something back though, but I wonder if you could get JT and something for Higgins and Pierce. And if you can't, I'm kind of okay with what you got. Like JT or you know, Barkley or JT or Eckler for Higgins and Pierce. I'd definitely explore that. Past those three running backs, I don't know that I'm doing too much with it. I mean, you got a lot of guys that I like a lot, and I just don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get what you want via trade yet. You know, because Chase is playing down, ETN hasn't risen yet, B Hall hasn't settled yet for his value. Walker's on the rise, Higgins is injured, Pierce is on a bye. Like, there's just Herbert's been hurt. You have absolutely like the worst and best team at the same time. You know, because they've all been like
for sure,
slacking. What's your record?
1-4.
Yeah, so I mean, I can imagine it's 1-4. Like, you've struggled, but it's all coming together. So look for JT, and if not, and be careful because JT may not play this week, so might put you in another loss. So you might not want to do it. I don't know. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my man.
Yeah, later. Okay, next caller is I think it was Michael, then Danny. Danny, just hang tight. Michael, hit me with your question.
No worries. Yeah, Smitty, so I've been dealing with the Russell Wilson experience this year. So last week I made a trade, and I got rid of Jeff Wilson, and I got rid of Jeff Wilson and Josh Reynolds, and I got Tom Brady. Okay. So just wondering if you think Tom Brady's good enough to last the whole year, or if I should be looking to upgrade from him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's as good a bet as anybody at the quarterback position. Like, you could go get Herbert, and Herbert continue to struggle and end up being out for the year because his rib situation. You know what I mean? Like, Brady's no different. I think Brady's got a shot at getting better and better each week. And the thing is, the division's so cakewalk that he's going to have some good matchups, you know, sprinkled out through the whole year. I like Tom Brady. I don't love him, but I like him. Like, I don't think he's top 4 or 5, but he could dance in that area all the time and then have like a mediocre game in it. So I'm okay with this trade. I mean, Jeff Wilson's going to lose his value, so you made a good move. You needed a quarterback, you made a good move, and quarterbacks are hard to trade for. Some people just don't trade them.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. Danny, you're up.
How's it going, Smitty?
I'm good, man.
Good. I got a dynasty question. So I drafted Kenny Walker in our startup, and right now people are wanting to trade for him, obviously. And I got an owner who offered me Tyreek Hill and a 23 first-round pick for him. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it.
So Tyreek Hill, and he's offering you just a 23 first for Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, no, Tyreek Hill and the first for Kenneth Walker.
Oh, for Kenneth Walker. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, for Kenny Walker. Yeah.
And
I have my other running backs. My other running backs are Jonathan Taylor, CMC, Dalvin Cook, CEH, Khalil Herbert.
What do we think in chat? First of all, where's that first rounder going to be roughly?
Probably a top 6 pick.
Top 6?
Because we do a lottery for this league, so it's like the worse your record is, the higher the chances.
So it could be the 1.1.
Yes, it definitely could be. Decent chance. The guy's team is 2-3, and he's got JJ and Pitts, but after that he doesn't have much. So,
all right, chat. Let me hear what you think. I mean, the problem is we got a couple of smashes. Do that trade. But let's hear what everybody says when they hear that the pick could be the 1.1. Because, I mean, if it ends up being the 1.1, then you're regretting this because you get Hill and I know Hill's getting older, but if it's Robinson, you're going to regret
28. It. Yeah, it's a super flex league too. So it's a dynasty tight end premium super flex league.
Yeah.
So you could go for someone like CJ Stroud too. I mean.
Yeah. So even more of a chance that this pick gets Bijan Robinson. because it's a super flex.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Because he may not go one. All right, chat. What do you think? What are we thinking here? I mean, I love Walker. Do you have a chance to win now? Not that you can't win with Hill though.
I love my team. My quarterbacks are little. I have Russ Wilson and Stafford. So at the start of the year, I thought I was.
Do you have like another first rounder? Like, do you have like your own first rounder you could give him?
No, I have no picks because my team is like, I traded a lot of my picks to like load up my team. Like my wide receivers are like Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown. I have Hawkinson and Waller as my tight ends. DK is my other wide receiver. Like my wide receivers are kind of thin though. I'm not gonna lie. I have Rashad Penny on IR, but I cuffed him to Walker.
Here's my problem: is as much as I love Walker, you still don't know, like, if Hill plays, let's just say Hill plays 2 years and then retires. Let's just say we could debate, does he have 1 year left, 3 years left? Let's just say he plays two more years after this year and then retires, and we know that information right now. That's a long time, and he probably could still linger in the top 15, even the second year of the two. Probably will be for sure top 12 next year if he stays healthy. And it's like that. So for 2 years, he's going to play at the level of Walker potentially. And maybe Walker becomes the next LaDainian Tomlinson. You know what I mean? Like, and I say that name because I don't know if anybody watched when Matthew Berry had talked about it the other day, where he said that a source that he trusts very close to the situation said that he believes, the source told Matthew Berry this, that the organization feels there's like Tomlinson in this kid. And I'm not saying their assessment's necessarily right or wrong. I really like Kenneth Walker. I've compared him to like a Marshall Faulk.
I love Kenneth Walker. That's why I'm like, I asked him for Waddle in the first, but I don't think he wants to give up Waddle in the first. He gave me someone. Obviously, it's dynasty too. He gave me the older receiver. I still love Tyreek though. Tyreek is a beast, especially when Tua's playing.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
What else can you get back with Walker?
I mean, what else would he give me? I'm not sure.
Like,
I feel like he's already overpaid.
Does he have a Pittman? Does he have a?
His receivers. I thought about asking, because he's got Kenny Pickens and Garrett Wilson. I thought about maybe doing Pickens, Wilson, and the first, but I'm not sure you say yes to that one.
Wait. Are you getting Hill? Are you getting Hill? I thought you were getting Walker.
I'm getting Hill in the first.
Okay, I'm sorry. I must have misunderstood. Okay, well, I'm still wavering on it, but
Yeah.
Okay, my bad then.
And I love my running backs. Like my running backs, I got CMC, CEH, JT, Dalvin Cook. I have Madison Tough to Cook on my bench. I have Khalil Herbert, Melvin
Just
Gordon.
so everybody knows, he's the one trading Walker away. Okay.
I'm trading Walker
for some reason, I thought you said the other way.
And Tyreek Hill.
I'd probably say, I'd probably say that I feel like Hill in the 23 first is probably safer. I love Walker, and I'm afraid that he's going to become, and I'm not afraid, and I say afraid, I mean I'm going to be excited about it. But for your situation,
obviously we'll be happy. But you trade him away and he turns into the amazing.
I feel like I feel like he's got a chance to be amazing. Can you win this year?
Yeah, I definitely can. Like I traded all my picks away to try to win this year.
I guess I would take the chance that Hill and the pick end up being worth more, but I can't say I'm happy about it, man.
Right. I mean, I want a chance at Bijan, and right now I have a 0% chance because I have no picks.
Just make sure you're not. Yeah, just make sure you're not talking yourself into this pick being more valuable than it is too. Because if it was like a mid, if it's a mid first and it can't be the first overall pick, but it sounds like it could be because he's 2 wins. But look at his team and everything. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Cool. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. I wish I could be more firm on it, but I'm wavering because I like Walker that much.
No, I mean, it's good to discuss, and it's nice to hear like opinions from the chat. That also helps kind of.
All right, my guy.
Sway me one way or the other.
Later.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Again. Yep.
All right, Fane with a super chat. Accepted the CEH Adams for Jacobs JK. So you're getting Adams. I assume you're getting the Adams side. Give me the Adams side. If you did that, then I like it. I like it. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Attaboy, Fane. Appreciate you. Good job.
Yo, Smitty.
Yo.
I just made a trade.
All right. Am I gonna hit the? Am I gonna hit the take a lap button?
I hope not. For the other guy, maybe. But I did. I got JT and St. Brown, and I traded away Brees Hall, Keenan Allen, and Travis Etienne.
JT St. Brown is what you got?
Yeah.
And you traded away Hall, which I hate to hear that, but Hall, Keenan Allen, and who?
Etienne.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate seeing Brees Hall go, that's a smash, man. That's a smash.
Let's go, Smitty.
Yeah, I mean,
I was trying to give him Dalvin Cook, but yeah, he just wanted Brees Hall real bad.
yeah, if you could have given Dalvin, that would have been even better. But that's a good trade. I mean, it's good, bro. As much as I hate seeing Hall go, like St. Brown could be as valuable as him. You know what I mean? So you crush it.
Okay, yeah. And then another question: you see JT still in your top 3 to 5?
I do. Yeah. Could that change 2 weeks from now? Sure. You know, I mean, he's
St.
questionable.
Brown is what, top 10 still?
Who?
Yeah.
Who is?
St. Brown.
Yeah, I mean, he could be top 10 overall player. You know, like he's a beast. I like him. I think in a worst case scenario, this ends up washing for you. Like, it's a good trade.
All right.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
I want to thank you for all your help, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. Call in anytime.
Yep.
All right, next caller. What you got? You're live.
How's it going, Smitty?
Pretty good, man.
All right. I just did a trade this week. Hopefully I ain't got to take a lap, but I want to hear what you think. All right, so we got rid of Herbert, Tyreek Hill, Miles Sanders, and Michael Thomas in return for Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Dameon Pierce.
Okay, hold on. Russell Wilson. This is what you got, right? Russell Wilson, D. Henry.
Yep.
Pierce. Okay.
And Chris Godwin.
All right. So, I think MT's kind of worthless, to be honest. Sanders is this redraft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hill and Herbert.
12 team PPR.
Yeah, I like that. That's a smash.
Smash.
I mean, I hate giving up on Herbs and all that, but like Hill, I question. Pierce, you could argue Pierce and Hill have similar value, and Derrick Henry. I do look to shop Henry after several weeks if he starts blowing up, just because same thing as last year. You know, he looks amazing, he's doing amazing, but his body has been through it, bro. There's no player in the NFL that has been abused as much as Derrick Henry. Nobody. It's not even comparable. You could literally come in here and say, well, what about... No. The answer is no. CMC, no. Yeah, Elliott, no. Their careers were spread out more. Derrick Henry, the amount of carries this man has had in a short window of time, there's no comparison. There's really no comparison in the history of the NFL in a 2.5, now going on 3, because we're about halfway through the season. And if you account for that, Derrick Henry's had probably, by the time we get through the halfway point, we'll have about 1,000 total carries through 3.0 years. And that's not including his whole NFL career. That's not including his, obviously college and high school and all that. That's a 3-year window where Derrick Henry has over 1,000 carries. It's insane. Like Christian McCaffrey walking into the season had like under 800 carries on his career. And his breakdown is inevitable, right? We're worried about CMC holding up through this last final year. Like if CMC holds up next year, it'll be a big debate. There'll be people saying, okay, he's got one more year left. No, he doesn't. But like we debated CMC, and I know he got his workload a little different, but doesn't make it better. His carry workload was right under 800 carries for his career. So it's just something to think about when he's popping off, and you can maybe swap him out for, someone like a Breece Hall or whatever later on.
Yeah, I was thinking probably going to shop him because I had a conversation with my buddies and we both said the same thing. Cowbells, they're going to get hurt.
Bell cows? Cowbells?
Also, cowbells.
Bell cows. It's bell cows.
Bell cows.
Yeah. Cowbells.
Bell
is
cows,
fine.
baby.
It's fine. Either way. Either
All
way.
right.
All right. Anything else?
Also, I have another question.
Okay, hit me with it. Cowbells.
Right,
Can I get
I'm
some?
looking for
Can I get some
something to
cowbell emojis?
Cowbells, baby.
All right.
All right. I got a question. So between it's 12-team PPR. I'm trying to shop a 2-for-1, and I got players that people like, but my league we got a bunch of no traded Noahs.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't stand
no
Noahs.
traded Noahs. So I got Dalvin Cook, got Gabe Davis, AJ Brown, Godwin, Khalil Herbert, Pierce, and Henry. And who's someone I should just go get? Just go get with like get Dalvin Cook and Madison.
With Dalvin Cook and Madison, who can you go get?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase. I didn't really, to be honest with you, my brain's fried. I didn't really listen to your team. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I was watching all the cowbells come in the chat. JT, did you say if you had JT?
I don't have JT.
Okay, so like
I tried shopping JT.
Yeah, JT, Chase, Barkley, Eckler, like any of those guys. Obviously, Kupp and JJ. Maybe Diggs. Diggs over Cook, yeah, for sure. And then, Adams. I'd maybe get Adams. If you need to go RB, you have a little bit lesser of a list of options. But I would take Breece Hall over Dalvin Cook, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. All right, sweet. Appreciate it, Smith.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Later. All right. I have a lot of people saying they're trying to call in. I don't know if you hear the those are all people trying to call in, bro. I don't know if you realize that I'm speaking to one person at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when somebody says, Smitty, I'm trying to call in, you hear me in the middle of a conversation. I can only talk to one person at a time. And a lot of times I'll merge people together. This is true. But I mean, I'm one person. I don't know if you see that. There's two people here, but this is the same person. It's just a different angle. This isn't two shows running side by side where one guy's answering one person's calls and the other guy's answering. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Who am I talking to? I got the Wood on. I got the Wood. Hang tight for me, Wood. Who's the other guy?
What's going on, Smitty? I was looking for some advice on whether to start Lazard or Waddle this week. I'm just worried about the quarterback play for Waddle.
Yeah, but if you chose Lazard and Lazard outscore him, you'd be thanking your lucky stars. I mean, you got to start with Waddle. Waddle's not on the injury report right now. McDaniel likes to use both of those guys like in a Deebo Samuel-esque role. He is the architect of Deebo Samuel, by the way, the coach for the Dolphins, Miami Mike. So he knows what he's doing with those guys. I personally wouldn't even hesitate and put Waddle in. I mean, you can't bench your studs, bro. It doesn't matter if they're struggling. Doesn't matter if the quarterback situation is shoddy. Like, you're talking about Lazard. This isn't like, hey, Smitty, should I start Pittman or Waddle, where I'm like, oh, I kind of like Pittman, actually. You know, this is Lazard, bro. And I'm going to say that just so you know, and Lazard's going to have 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, and Waddle's going to have 30 yards. So maybe go Lazard. But, I mean, I couldn't sit Waddle, bro. I mean, I think if I put it up to the chat, hey, chat, vote on it, Lazard or Waddle. 20. We got a $20 hauler. Hold on, guys. Any $20 hauler gets immediately addressed. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's democracy. Where is that $20 hauler? Hold on. This is Vamp. Vamp, appreciate you.
Mashed potatoes!
Vamp says you guys can help me answer Vamp's question. Oh, it's not a question. It's just, you're the man, Smitty. Have a great weekend. My G. Thank you, Vamp. Appreciate you. Can I get some fire emojis for Vamp or maybe some rockets to the moon? Appreciate Vamp. By the way, we're getting a couple Lazards, but mostly Waddles. Waddle, Lazard.
Okay.
Lazard, easily Lazard. Man, there's a little more Lazards than I was thinking, man. Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, that third string quarterback, I don't know. That's the only thing that's kind of holding me back from playing Waddle.
I don't know. I'm seeing more Waddles than Lazards, but I am shocked at how many Lazards I'm seeing. Maybe they're Lazard owners, though, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're playing the Jets, too, so.
Yeah. Hey, caller, we got the Wood on. Wood, what do you think, Lazard or Waddle? Let's let Wood decide your fate.
I'm going Waddle all day.
Waddle all day, he says.
I'm going Waddle all day.
He's not even messing around, bro.
All right, for sure. Thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
All right, later, pal. Later, pal. Wood, what can I do for you, Wood?
Oh, okay. I had made 2 different trades, and I was trying to get your opinion on them, see if that makes a good move or not.
Okay.
So my first trade, I moved Joe Mixon, Everett, and Tariq Hill for Kelsey. For Kelsey, Waddle, and A.J. Dillon.
No wonder you said Waddle, because you just traded for him.
Yeah, that's what, that no one I said Waddle, huh?
Yeah, that explains it. So Kelsey, Waddle, A.J. Dillon by a decent amount, my guy.
Okay, and I got that, and then I just moved Matt Collins, A.J. Dillon, and Jamar Chase, and I received Jonathan Taylor, Ramondre Stevenson, and Drake London.
Dylan Hollins and Chase for, I'm sorry, say it again.
Dylan Holland and Chase for JT, Ramondre Stevenson, and Drake London.
Yeah. JT, Stevenson, and London. That's a smash.
2 valid trades.
2 good trades. Two good ones, my man. You gained what I would equate to probably an entire third rounder minimum. If you were to equate all that to like draft value acquired based on all the movement. It's basically like getting top of the third value. You know, so like if you were drafting your team, looking at your team, assuming you didn't get hit by injuries and it's going to look like it's missing players before this happened, but like you would have a team where you're like, dude, that guy's got an extra third rounder. You know, so you did 2 really good moves.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty set right now, so I still got Brees Hall and Pierce, and
yeah, you're good,
I've been
bro.
listening to you, so I'm buying low on everybody you can say.
Yeah, it's baller time. Nice job.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, nice job, man. Later. All right, I'm gonna answer the calls in just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna actually turn the line off real quickly because I got to get through these super chats and the phone's gonna just blare. Got Alec Pierce, Olave, Higgins, St. Brown, Wandell, Saquon, Jacob, Swift. Hopefully you're still there, Hendrickson. Sorry about the wait. Swift, Hayden Hurst, Cousins, Dobbins. I'm 1-4. What should I do? Higgins, St. Brown, Saquon, Jacob, Swift. It's a pretty good team, my guy. I guess I would maybe try and upgrade Higgins using either Jacobs. Like, what if you could trade Higgins and Jacobs for JT? Jacobs and Higgins for Eckler. You could roll the dice with Swift and Barkley, and when I say roll the dice, I just mean that Swift ends up okay. Make sure you pick up Jamal Williams if he gets dropped. Try and trade for him on the cheap. Maybe you've got him and you just didn't list him, which would be great. Try and trade Jacobs for, I know you got Higgins already, but like Jamar Chase would be great. Adams, Jacobs for Adams, Jacobs for Diggs. I'd give a Pierce straight up if I needed to. Olave and Jacobs for, I don't even know if there's a running back right there that you could do that trade for. Yeah, I mean, you just make one move. Like, Jacobs and Higgins for one of those big dogs. Eckler, JJ. Even Jamar. I would say try not to trade Higgins and Jacobs. Trade Olave Well, I like Olave a lot, but Olave and Jacobs for Chase would be interesting. I'd almost say reach a little higher. Chase needs to be bought a little low. I'd take him lower. But those would be all good moves. Rockout says, time to drop A-Rob. I think you could drop him. It depends on the drop. $10 hauler from Half Dan. Half Dan. Half Dan. Half Dan. Half Dan. Half Dan says, hey, Smitty. Any hesitation starting Taysom over either Knox or Pitts this week? No hesitation whatsoever. I like Taysom Hill. Taysom just dropped to 4T. I said to pick up Taysom for really all season, but we pushed it hard going into that week, and he dropped a 4 TD 100-yard rushing game. You think I'm backing down now? Is Taysom full go? Could he be inconsistent? Sure. But could they also have figured out that this guy needs to be used as a weapon? He's their Deebo Samuel in a way. So I think they'll continue to use him. Could he get hurt doing it? Sure. But will they lean on him to throw touchdown passes and run for him? Yeah. How many opportunities do you think Taysom Hill's going to get near the goal line? A lot. So he's a fantastic. I like Knox. Like if anybody's watching this and needs a tight end, Knox got cut in a ton of leagues, and he's got a lot of value. Vamp, appreciate you. This one by I don't know how to say your name, bro. Let's call you Big K. Big K says ETN or J-Rob this week. ETN. I'm not a big J-Rob fan, my guy. And are you playing Henderson since Akers is out? Love the show. The show loves you back. Henderson's a decent play, but we still don't know what we're looking at. So Henderson over what? You know, would I rather have ETN over Henderson? I'd rather have ETN. Yuri says, traded Dalvin Cook for Breece Hall. I'm okay with that. Keeper league especially. Nice job. Thank you, Yuri. Fane, second part to the other super chat, please. Okay, sorry, Fane. Smitty, offer thoughts. Trade my Sutton Pickens for Higgins in London. I would take Higgins in London, my guy. And that's not to say that the Sutton side couldn't outperform it. It's just, give me Higgins. I'm going to bank on Higgins. I know he's banged up, but I like him a lot. You have Burrow, 12-team. Stack doesn't matter too much, but maybe it provides some insight on whether it could be a negative versus a positive if let's say, Burrow continued to struggle or whatever. But I like London a lot. I think once Ritter gets in there, London's going to have more value than Pickens, even though I love Pickens, but give me the Higgins side, Fane. And thank you for the super chat. Sorry about missing that part. Team Zero just traded Dameon Pierce and Deontay Johnson and Dameon Pierce for Olave and Breece Hall. Smash.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Got him.
It's a smash. Thank you, Fane. Half Den. Appreciate you, Half Den. Rock out, appreciate you. James, appreciate you. Ramos, I think I got Ramos. G-Money. G-Money, do you want to call in and discuss your situation a little more in detail, bro? I definitely would like to help you more. You're super chatting like a mad dog, and I feel like I'm not giving you the full, solution. You know? All right, phone lines will be open right here. All right. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Oh, hey, Smitty. My name's Jordan. What's going on, man?
What's up, Jordan?
Hey, nothing much, man. So I made a couple trades today. Just wanted to know if I get the approval or not. So I convinced a buddy of mine in my 10-team PPR league to redraft. He really needed a tight end. I've got Kelsey. I traded him my backup tight end, who was in Njoku, straight up for T. Higgins. And then with that, I've been in talks with a dude who has JT in my league for a couple weeks, and he just accepted my offer, so I just got JT for Mike Williams and Dameon Pierce. So do you think I gave up too much to get him?
So Mike Williams and Dameon Pierce for JT.
For JT. Yep.
I'm gonna say smash, bro. Smash.
Okay. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, you won both those. You won both those trades.
I couldn't believe he took Njoku for Higgins straight up. That was the shock of the night. So that kind of gave me the leeway to go extra hard for JT.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Mike
Williams
is balling out, and Pierce is balling out, and JT's not. But I mean, could it end up being to where you would rather have, like, look at Najee walking into Week 1. Najee was a top 7 overall player. Right now, you couldn't. You couldn't probably get Mike Williams alone for Najee. So like, could JT fall from grace? Sure, but like, I'm really willing to gamble on that, and be okay with it if it fails. Like, if it doesn't, it's a good bet to make. You could argue it's riskier to not take this trade than it is to take it. If you want to look at it from just a little bit of different angle. Like, if someone's offering you this and you're like, I'm going to say no, the risk of saying no probably is greater than saying, like, the risk of not winning your league off it, So I take
So
it.
I got one more. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So I got one more. So I'm pretty deep at running back now with JT and Eckler. I've also got B-Rob, Walker, and AJ Dillon, and Dobbins. So I've still got 4 pretty good running backs that are trade bait. Now with T. Higgins, I'm wondering if I should couple Higgins and 1 or 2 of those running backs to go get Chase, or maybe even a Jefferson or a Cup. What would you recommend?
So don't trade Walker.
Okay.
They're not going to get what he's worth, and I think he's about to explode. JK and Higgins for Jamar Chase would be acceptable. I'd probably rather keep Higgins if possible, but it's tough to say that somebody's going to want 2 RBs for a wide receiver, but I this would be preferable for me. I'd rather have Chase for B-Rob and JK, but if you have to go, I'd rather keep B-Rob over JK if possible. So if you had to go Higgins and JK versus Higgins and B-Rob, I would definitely do both of those. I'd probably also do JK and Higgins for Adams. I'd do JK and JK and Higgins for Diggs. And yeah, I mean, obviously JJ and Cup, but
right. Okay. Well, I'll put some feelers out and see what I can do, but just wanted to call in and kind of celebrate a little bit with some good trade luck tonight.
Yeah. Jose, call in real quick. All right. Appreciate you, my guy. Later.
Hey, thank you, man.
Jose, dial in. Jose's leaving. I want to tell Jose he's a good sport. Dial in, Jose. Super chat here. Appreciate you, bro. No question right now, but showing you appreciation. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate your $10 hauler. Donald, $10 hauler. Thank you, Donald. Appreciate you. Should I consider trading Debo for Hollywood? No, not unless you love losing. Gabos. You like losing, Gabos? Then maybe I would. No. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Jose.
Wait, hold on. Let Jose go first. Jose?
What's up, bro?
Is this Jose?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Attaboy, Jose. I appreciate you calling in, bro. Are you in Arizona?
Man, I just wanted to give you. What's up?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give you props because your show's entertaining as hell.
Well, I appreciate you being a good sport.
No problem. I'm also in Phoenix, so I watch the other boys from Scottsdale. They're entertaining, but your show is freaking awesome, man.
Oh, you talking about the ballers? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
the fantasy football.
Yeah, I don't know if you.
The other one I watch is Pat Mayo's entertaining too. But dude, you should have way more subs, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Hey, did you ever listen to me? I was on the longest running fantasy football radio show in the world. It was the show was 23 years. I was on it 19 years, I think.
Was
But
was it on Fox Sports? Was it on Fox Sports Arizona, or what was it on?
No, CBS and NBC Sports Radio bounced back and forth, but the Red Zone, I'm sure you probably heard. If you're in Arizona, you had to listen.
Yeah, I probably heard of it, man.
Yeah, I was on that. But hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, I want to run by the strategy for you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I've been doing this for a long time, and I just think it works, man. So I play without a kicker.
So each week you're rolling out there with a 0, huh?
No. What I do is I roster an extra position player because of an injury. Like, for example, a couple weeks ago, Kenneth Walker was on the waiver wire, and I picked him up, and I dropped my kicker for him because I don't care about 8 points for my kicker, 6 points for my kicker.
But do you actually don't start a kicker every single week, you're saying?
Right, because
Wow.
what I do is, like, for example, I'll pick up, like, Jalen Warren, and then
No way,
I'll
Jose.
drop him if nothing happens.
No way, Jose. That's wild. I'm not saying I dislike. I'm not saying I.
This week. So like this week, what I would do is I would pick up some P. Ryan just in case the Nixon gets hurt. You know what I mean? Who cares about a kicker, bro?
Well, I mean, I guess if you're clobbering people left and right, but that is a wild strategy. I like it. It's Jose. It's ballsy, like Taco Cat said. You got balls of steel.
Hey, bro, you need to get a freaking no way Jose drop.
I might do it, Jose. I mean, I got a lot of respect for you having thick skin, calling in. No way, Jose. I think we're doing it. I think for my fellow Arizonian, no way, Jose drop.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
All right, bro. I'll keep supporting you.
All right, man. Hey, when I do a local meet and greet, you'll have to come out and hang out with me too. I do those. I go live from like a sports bar or something, like, you know, in the off season a couple times. But we'll have you swing by.
You're up north. I'm over here by Gilbert Chandler.
Yeah, it'll be worth the drive though. Appreciate you, Jose. Later.
All right, bro. All right, man.
All right, next caller. Who am I talking to?
D'Anthony.
Who?
D'Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
Hey, so I got a question for you. So my running back is JT Swift. I got Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, Mostert, and Kenny Walker. Got that?
Yep.
All right, and my receivers are AJ Brown, Sutton, and Mike Williams. So I got a trade offer for. They want JT in London, Drake London for. They're going, and I'm going to get Justin Jefferson and Ramondre Stevenson. Should I do that?
So you're gonna give up JT in London, and you're gonna get JJ and who?
Justin Jefferson and Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, I'd probably take that, I suppose. Yeah. I like that. I mean, it's arguable. You could, you know, it's not a no way Jose type of situation, but it's an arguable thing. Because I mean, JJ I'm drafting over JT, and Stevenson I'm drafting over London and redraft. This is redraft, I assume. So you're kind of winning both sides, bro. You're kind of winning both sides of the trade. It's one of those like very nice. Someone's saying, "What's that sound?" Are you working at a fast food restaurant, or what's that beeping? It's almost like food's ready, or like the it's like the grill or whatever.
I'm at no, I work at Ford. I work at Ford, the plant.
Oh, so it's like a warehouse. Gotcha. It sounds like a warehouse or like some kind of like timers going off. Okay, we got you. We're just trying to figure it out. Don't worry about calling it work. We're just everyone's trying to guess what the sound is. It's kind of like a game at this point. We're like, what is that?
Oh yeah, it's a robot stuff going by with the product on it.
Yeah. Nice. Hey man, appreciate it. Where are you calling from? What state?
keep to do it.
Nice. Appreciate you calling and staying up with us, and hopefully providing you some entertainment during the late night work hours. Appreciate you working hard out there. Thanks, pal.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Later. Nice dude. All right. Phone lines are still open. How long we've been live? Almost 2 hours. We're looking scary in here with the skulls and the graveyard stuff. We got to decorate for October. Probably won't do Thanksgiving, but we'll do Christmas and Halloween, and maybe we'll do Valentine's Day. Smoke detector, maybe. Hey, Smitty, I'd trade Amon-Ra, Algier, Henderson, and Melvin Gordon for Breece Hall and Keenan Allen. Amon-Ra, Henderson, and Melvin. I'll probably go with the Breece Hall side. You're live on the show. Who am I talking to?
What's up, dude? It's OJ.
OJ, what's up, bro? Bro, what are you
doing,
staying out of trouble?
You're up late.
Are you staying out of trouble, OJ?
You know what? I'm trying. It's been a while since I've, murdered a wife or anything.
Oh, hey. All right. What can I do for you?
Yeah, can I tell you my lineup here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm streaming Geno Smith. I got Mixon. I got Eno. I got Diggs. I got Sutton. I got Hill on your advice because I really don't like him, but I guess he's been showing out and got your approval, so let's go for it.
You mean Taysom Hill?
Pittman. Yeah, Taysom Hill.
Why you say that like Hill isn't good?
No, he's proven that he's good. I just had no faith in him up until this point.
Well,
and I also just hopped on your streams like 2 weeks ago.
Did you start him during his 4 TD game though, or is that why you're bitter because you didn't?
No, I just picked him up.
Yeah. Okay. Little animosity, little hostility, OJ. Little hostility toward Taysom.
Hey, but I got him now, so I'm on the bus now.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right. My phone locked. There we go. And then I got Dak on the bench, just waiting for his time. I got Connor. I got Edmonds.
Okay.
Gibson, Henry, and more.
So
now I got Schultz too.
So you've got Mixon, Eno.
Who I was riding with.
Mixon, Eno, Diggs, Sutton, Taysom Hill, Geno.
Yeah.
Am I missing somebody? It's a little light. I'm not gonna lie, but
that. Yeah, no. I mean, I got Henry out this week, or else he would be in there for, I guess, usually Eno. But Eno is a nice plug for this week.
Oh, you got who?
I got Derrick Henry on the bench.
Oh, gotcha.
It's bye week.
Thank God. I was like, man, what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and we're all it's 8 half PPR, and we're all either 2-3 or 3-2.
Okay. Anybody else on the bench I need to know about?
DJ Moore, Schultz, Gibson, Edmonds. So not really.
Okay. Just want to make sure there wasn't like, oh yeah, Swift is on the bench. So is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Right. Got Adams showing that.
I like the team. I think Mixon, Henry, Diggs, Sutton, it's good. I wouldn't mind seeing you have like an extra player. I would definitely be tempted to trade Mixon and Sutton together for like one player, like a JT. Mixon and Sutton could get it done, or it might not. Someone might say, no way, someone's doing that. Like we had this whole conversation earlier. Or you could shoot for the stars, and hopefully, something happens. I mean, you got out of your trial. Anything's possible, right? So I would try Sutton and Mixon for a player. I would potentially look to sell off Henry for 2 pieces if those pieces were like Hall and like an AJB. And again, not the most likely trade to pull off, but it's possible. Some people will overpay for an RB, and some people will undervalue Hall or Walker and AJB or something. It's just something to look out for. I think you do need one move Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it now, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the move can't be from your own bench, or let's say Connor he's out for the year and starts blowing up and looks amazing, and now you're good, or Mixon bounces back. That could be the one thing that you're waiting on. But Sutton and potentially DJ Moore. I don't think anybody's buying DJ Moore, but maybe they're excited about the new game plan for him or something like that, or maybe he starts bouncing back this week and people get excited about him. Again, this trade doesn't have to happen this week, but Sutton for Jamar Chase somehow is going to look hard to pull off, but maybe it won't with an additional piece that looks, good. Maybe someone's willing to overpay for Hill, and Knox is sitting on waivers, and you pick up Knox, you trade Sutton and Hill for Jamar Chase. Like just one move like that where you're thinking outside the box, you're making a move that people are like, how did he do that? You do that, I think you're in the top 4 consideration for your league.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks. It sounds like I got a couple options to choose from there. I'll start sending out some trades.
All right, OJ, we'll see you later, pal.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Stay out of trouble, please. Bye. All right, that got a little crazy there for a second, OJ. But yeah, the fake OJ Simpson on the line, everyone. All right, let's see this $10 hauler and $5 hauler from Stallworth.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
It's my boy right there, Stallworth. Stallworth with a $10 hauler says, "Oh, do I have a question? Drop one, Kelsey, Taysom, or Higbee. Drop one. Drop one. Why would Kelsey come out of your mouth on that? Drop one. I mean, if you got to drop one, like honestly, I know Higbee's doing good, but I know you don't mean drop Kelsey. I don't know why you said him in here, but you're just letting me know I think who you have just so I can get the picture. I would say I'd drop Higbee, but you could trade Higbee. You could trade Higbee for a Pittman straight up, Donald. Go get a Pittman right now, A.J. Dillon. Go get something that you can stash and wait on versus just losing the value of Higbee. And some might say they'd rather have Higbee than Taysom, but I just think you got to ride that Taysom value. He could be at flex. He also has quarterback eligibility in Yahoo. So running backs are Henry, Swift, Jamal, Hunt, Connor, Najee, B-Rob. Yeah, bro. I'm definitely not dropping anybody unless I can, drop your kicker for right now and spend the whole day trying to make a trade if you've got to make room for something else. But yeah, don't only have room for 3. Okay. Appreciate you, my guy. I could package one with something for a wide receiver. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, I didn't even read the rest of your question yet. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, let me see if there's any other super chats I got to get to real quick. Super chat. Anthony, QB streamer, 12 team, full PPR, Mariota, Ryan, or Jones. Probably give me Matt Ryan this week. I hate to say it, bro. Hate to say it. DK considering a wide receiver. Let's see. Is DK considered as a wide receiver 1 like Chase Adams? No. He's a high-end wide receiver 2 with maybe low-end wide receiver 1 upside. Maybe, if he's balling out. Appreciate you, bro. No question right now. Just showing appreciation. Thank you, Stallworth, for that. I think I'm caught up on those super chats. Appreciate you all dropping those. You guys are absolute fire. I work for you. All right, back to the phone lines. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
What's up, my guy? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show.
What's going on?
What's up, man? What can I do for you?
I had a question about a trade that I just made.
Okay.
So I traded away Tyler Lockett, and I got Kenneth Walker, and I also got Drake London.
Well, I mean, I would take Walker alone.
Okay.
So the fact that you got Walker and London means that you smashed it. So I'm going to hit the got him button for you.
Got him.
Word. And then also for the rest of the season, are you taking J.K. Dobbins or Kenneth Walker?
Walker by a mile.
Okay.
I'm sensing you tripped and fell into owning Walker because you traded for him, but you seem to not value him as high as you should.
I just value Dobbins. I think Dobbins is really good.
Well,
he
might be good, but like he's coming off an ACL tear. He's in a running back by committee, and that's not even talking about his quarterback. He's in a running back by committee. Gus the Bus is coming back, and I don't like Gus the Bus. He's not going to do anything, but they're dividing up this backfield. Number 3, he's on an offense that the quarterback is the number 1 touchdown, yardage, and rushing option. So it's like, even if you like him, there's no room for him to be consistent. No matter how good he is, there's just no room. It's highly unlikely that the offense changes the way they play. Andrews is a much more likely touchdown opportunity when they're inside the 5 than J.K. is. And Lamar Jackson's a much higher likelihood of a touchdown opportunity than J.K. And J.K. splitting carries. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's math. It's just it's going to be disappointment city. And Walker's on the rise, bro. So,
and
yeah. Trust your gut.
One more question. Okay. Would you rather have Deontay Johnson for the rest of the season or Drake London? I have both of them.
Drake London.
Trade Drake London?
Yeah. I know that might surprise you, especially because I wasn't like ultra high on him walking in this year, and his quarterback situation blows. But Ritter's going to get in there eventually. And if anybody thinks that Ritter isn't going to be better for the situation than Mariota, they're crazy. So London's going to get a lot of volume once they open it back up a little bit. And I don't think Ritter's going to go out there and throw for 400 yards a game. I'm just saying, like, Mariota's incapable of throwing like it's like 70-yard games, 100-yard games. What did he do? Let me read off his yardage for the last couple games. It's been brutal, man. I mean, I don't even know why is he still in the lineup? I don't understand it. Bro, his yardage. What did he have?
He's like Justin Fields sucks too. He's like Justin Fields.
Yeah. So Mariota. It's like 130, 170 or 140, 130, 140, 190. He's had 2 games over 200, which is surprisingly higher than I thought. I didn't think he had any over 200. But like he had 7 completions in week 4 against the Browns. Like, the Browns were running the ball. Like, how does he have 7 completions against the Browns? He had 14 completions last week against the Buccaneers, who won't allow anybody to run against him. 14 completions.
How many pass attempts?
Last week, 25. This is 14 of 25. The week before that, 7 of 19. You just can't get London and Pitts to do well if you're completing 7 and 14 passes. Like, there's no. It's not Pitts and London's fault, and everybody's blaming those guys. But we'll see what happens, man. They're incompetent.
Yeah, but so at your flex spot, are you playing Dobbins, Deontay, or London out of those 3? Assuming that the quarterback change happens and he's getting more volume.
Dobbins, Deontay, or who?
Drake London. For a flex. Because I have D-Hop, too.
D Hopkins when Hopkins comes back, you're saying?
Yeah, I have Cooper Kupp, and then I have D-Hop coming back.
Let me see what JK did last week. He had 8 carries, so JK's rushing attempts so far, and I know he had that 2 TD game, but 7 carries, 13 carries, 8 carries. That's not, and I know that you're thinking, okay, we're receiving. He had 0 targets last week. He had 4 targets and 2 targets. So, I mean, there's no guarantee for him. I will say week 6 is a pretty decent matchup for him. I probably, out of those options, let me look at Deontay real quick. Deontay's hard to root for because he's such a disappointment.
Pickett targeted 13 times in his first game.
Yeah, Deontay had 13 targets last week. But it is, okay, so it is the Bucks. They're going to shut down the run. They're going to sit. They're going to, Naji Harris is going to wish he had that steel plate back in his shoe after this game. I mean, he's had double-digit targets, Deontay, every single game but week 4. So I would probably say Deontay's the safest because of the target share, but JK's maybe the higher risk, higher reward play this week if I had to pick one. London, I don't trust London until we see a quarterback change and let me look at London's game log. London 6, 7 targets. It's just a lot less volume. And the Niners are tough, bro. I'm probably not going near London this week. London might be a good buy low next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't have them in another league.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, thank you, bro.
Later. Walker is going to be a beast. He's going to beast out. I love Kenneth Walker. So excited for him. Who's easier to trade for? T tight end, or is that T Higgins or Debo? I mean T Higgins, if that's what T stands for. Rock out, you are live, my man.
What's up? I possibly need to pick up a receiver. Who would you pick up? Peoples-Jones or Hartman? I know they're not good options.
DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or who else?
Hardman from the Chiefs.
Yeah. Who else do you have? Can you give me another option?
Hold on one sec. Let's see.
It's got to be somebody else.
We got Peoples-Jones, AJ Green. Let's see. Saquon Smith, Callaway, Noah Brown, Slayton.
Hey, Callaway. I know we make fun of Callaway. He kind of busted, but he might be so MT's out, right? I'm just saying if Olave's out, I kind of feel like this is a gimme TD for Callaway this week if he's the only option. So monitor Olave. But go ahead. Who's the other options? Callaway. You said
Slayton.
Who?
Slayton.
No, Noah Brown. You said Noah Brown, right?
Yeah.
Noah Brown's okay. Who else?
Let's say Perriman from the Tampa Bay. It's nothing really any good.
Maybe Noah Brown. Let's check out Noah Brown's game log. I think he's getting some good targets. 2 targets last week, 6 the week before. He's kind of tailed off a little. He's playing really well, though, I mean, overall. Yeah, I don't know. Peoples-Jones, let me look up Peoples-Jones real quick. Brad, I see your super chat. Appreciate you, my man. Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, it needs somebody if Olave don't play because I got him.
So Peoples-Jones has 9 targets and 7 targets in back-to-back games, 71 yards, 50 yards, no touchdowns, but that's some good run lately.
Yeah.
Why is he doing?
I'm looking at it.
Why is he doing so good? I'd probably go Peoples-Jones. But I would go Callaway if, let's say, Olave's out and he's the top wide receiver. I'm just going to say that right now. I feel like a gimme TD. We're going to see Callaway in the end zone going like this. Guys jumping up and, chest bumping. I could see it right now.
So what's your prediction for the Chiefs-Bills game? What's your score?
Chiefs-Bills?
Yeah.
It's either going to be low scoring or high scoring. Let's go 35. 31 Buffalo. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, let's hope it's at least that high scoring.
I was thinking like 35, 28.
30. Yeah, I could do that. What else you got, Rock Out? Anything else?
Yeah, that's all I got for right now. Appreciate it.
You like the Halloween decorations?
Yeah.
All right, Rock Out. Appreciate you, my man. Rock Out, ladies and gentlemen. Rock Out. We don't have a song for you, do we? You were gonna give me a intro.
I did give you one.
I'm sorry. Is there a way you
give you one.
Can you send it to me back? Or actually, can you do it? You want to do it live? Resend it to me, or send me a new one, and I'll play it right now on Instagram. I'll give you time to do it, or resend it. Make it a 10-second intro. You resend it or send a new one. We got it. All right, thanks, Rock Out.
All right.
I need to have an intro for him. I've got intros for other ballers, OG ballers that call in, and Rock Out's been with me for a long time. So, guys, we might have. I just want to say we might have a potential. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but we might be doing doing a in-season 24-hour live stream. I don't want anybody to get their hopes up yet. I'm kicking around a few ideas, and I don't know if I'm going to fully do it yet or if I'm fully going to commit to it, but details to come. Details to come on that. And if I do it, it would be during the games. So it would give me and you all a lot to do, hang out. So stay tuned for more details on that. But might be doing a 24-hour live stream during Sunday games. So I'm trying to work it out of my head and trying to mentally prepare for it. So hang tight on that. Dial in again. I missed your call. I'm sorry, pal. Smitty, how are you, buddy? He backed out of that trade for Pierce and Breece Hall. I told you. What did I tell you, bro? I told you he was going to back out. I countered with Pierce and Tucker for Breece Hall. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that's going to do anything. But I like Pierce, too. What's up, my guy? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, what's going on? It's Malik, Smitty.
What's up, Malik? And just for some of the people in the chat that are new, your boy Smitty invented the 24-hour solo live stream. Okay, other people have tried it. Other people have actually successfully completed it. But your boy Smitty was the first one to do that. We did it. It was like 4 years ago we did the first one. 3 years ago we did the second one. They're brutal. They're long. They're hard. We've never done one during the season. And I don't know of anybody that's done a solo live stream 24 hours during the season for football's sake. What's up? Who am I talking to? Malik? You said, what can I do for you, Malik?
Yeah, it's Malik. All right, so yeah, I just pulled off a trade. I just want you to hopefully Smitty approve it, but I traded away Jamar Chase. Well, I really didn't want to, but traded away Jamar Chase, Naji Harris, and Algier.
Okay.
And I got Debo, Waddle, and Pierce.
Debo, Waddle, Naji Harris, you said right? Okay. Waddle and Pierce. Yeah, that's a smash. Because, I mean, Chase and Debo are equal. Najee and Waddle, or no, so let's say Pierce. Pierce and Harris, Pierce is better. And Waddle obviously crushes Algier. You essentially did better at every angle of the trade, bro.
He wouldn't. I tried to do the trade without putting in Jamar Chase, but he wouldn't take it.
Well,
So
yeah,
I just kind of threw it in. And,
yeah, because who would? But no, I think you got him. I think I'm gonna hit the got him button. Hold on 1 second.
Got him.
He got him good.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
What do you think about the 24-hour live stream? You think you're gonna hang out if I do that?
Oh, all day. Come on. I'd
Yeah.
love to see that.
So I've done them before. The first time I did it was my first month on YouTube, and I thought I had like 140 subscribers, and I'm like, we're going live for a whole 24 hours or until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I was amped. I'm like, we're hitting 1,000 by the halfway point. I could feel it. I think I gained 70 subscribers during that live stream, bro. It was so disappointing. It was still fun, but like you're mentally taxed and just like exhausted, and to get hit in the nuts by having 70, like I gained like, it was maybe 70 to 100 subscribers. It was like, it was a brutal awakening. The second time I did it, I forget where we were at. It was like a year later. It wasn't, we were bigger, but we weren't huge. And I don't know, the problem with it is that I can tend to get more viewers in a normal live than during that, because it's such a long period of time. But I think because we're so much bigger now, we're going to catch a lot of the algorithm suggested people. Whereas when I was smaller, I was getting no help from the algorithm. So I think if I'm doing that with 300-400 people in here, we could grow it to 800, 900 during different waves. And if not, it's okay. We'll still have fun with it. But I'll probably do it during the games, so you guys will hang out with me through the whole set of games, morning games, afternoon games, the
that'll
evening
be
game.
best too, because
So
you'll be able to hear what you're talking about during the games and what you think about them.
Yeah, I'll just be kicking back in the chair. I'll be eating wings and doing the whole thing. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Nice trade.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Lee.
Later.
Yep. Wow.
Yo, you're live on the show.
Yo, Smitty, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Question: would you have any special guests on the 24-hour?
Yeah. I mean, I believe on both of them, I had Matthew Berry on both of them. I think. So that'll probably be, may not be an option this year because he's in a different world now. Like he's pretty slammed. So I don't know if he has free time for stuff like that. But I'll try and get a few guests to come in. Scott Hansen comes on the show once a year, but I think during the season it's going to be harder to get some big name guests, like someone like him. He's doing the red zone, so he's not stopping by during that. Yeah. But like we've had Scott Hansen on and Matthew Berry on a couple times, three or four times. We've had I've brought other people on. I tend to bring on less people now than before because, I don't know. As we're getting bigger, we're just, it's kind of doing our own thing, like bringing on other people. Like I don't mind bringing on Matthew Berry and promoting him and sending, like he's got so many people to watch him anyway. But like to bring on other people that are, kind of your equivalent. It's like, I don't mind doing it, but like typically you don't see a lot of people like the fantasy footballers don't bring me on their show, because they don't want to send people my direction. You start getting to a point where it's like, at some point it doesn't do you any good to have somebody else on your show that does fantasy football, so getting someone on like Matthew Berry's different, and that's fun to do. Getting someone like Scott Hansen on, that's fun to do. I'll probably try and bring on like a player or two or ex-player. Bring on someone like Eric Davis, former NFL player. Bring on guys like Ryan Hollins, my buddies Ryan Hollins and Brendan Haywood. They're NBA analysts and former NBA players, like stuff like that. Bring on someone like maybe I'll try and get Schoolboy Q on. He comes on our Instagram live sometimes. Like someone like that would be cool.
Yeah, it's no, his music is pretty dope. It'd be entertaining, definitely, to do something for 24
Yeah,
hours.
he
I know that could be exhausting.
When Schoolboy comes on our Instagram lives, our live will shoot up like to 1,000 viewers. You'll have like 300 or 400 people in our Instagram live. We'll have a quad box going, and then Schoolboy will come in, and all of a sudden it'll shoot to like 2,000. Yeah.
He's a pretty popular dude.
Yeah.
I think definitely brings in
Probably not
more viewers.
Snoop Dogg. Probably not going to be able to get a hold of Snoop Dogg. They're Taco.
Hey, you never know. You know.
All right, bro.
Dreams can come true.
Yeah, appreciate
I
you.
did have a question though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about a trade that you had suggested I take, and kind of all of my resources. Kind of getting no, but mainly yeses. Even my 15-year-old daughter was nothing about fantasy football. Loves the trade, and the trade was Hollywood and Everett for Evans. You had said yes early, and I'm kind of going to shoot for it. But when I look at the stats, Marquise Brown's top 3 targets, expected fantasy points, he's hitting those numbers. Snaps percentage, Marquise is top 10. When you look at all the stats, Marquise is bringing in those numbers. So I'm just really trying to understand, really just trying to justify based on the numbers. Because really, Everett is just a throw-in. I got Knox on the bench, so I'm always going to play him. If I do make the trade, so Everett is not a real loss. It's really Brown for Evans. So I just kind of wanted to understand your thoughts. Then I'll take the call off there. I appreciate it.
Well, no, you can hang for the answer. So Evans, if we look at, I'm just trying to get a sense of. So if we look at average fantasy points per game, because Evans missed, he had a suspension. Hollywood's 7, and Evans is 9. And so I think when they're that close, there's really no argument on either side whether one, blows the other one out of the water. But I think what you got to factor in is with Hopkins coming back, what's that going to do? Most certainly it's going to dilute some of the target share. And, I think that alone is what's going to make me, think, oh, Hollywood's going to drop out of the top 10. But maybe he doesn't. I mean, you're not crazy at all for liking Hollywood over Evans. I just think given their 7 and 9 and per game points per game, and Hollywood's going to be facing Hopkins competition. I don't know. I think that's the main reason. I think if Hopkins was ruled out for the year, let's say Hopkins in practice got ruled out for the year, torn, whatever, knock on wood, not wishing it upon him, then Hollywood would probably climb into the top 10 locked and loaded. You know what I mean? So it really just comes down to that.
Right. Do you think Hopkins is the same player when he comes back? I mean, he always had injuries. He's one of those older receivers, obviously, that, and kind of see where Allen, Thomas, definitely pedigree for sure, but he is still up there. And I'm not trying to justify keeping Hollywood, because like I said, a lot of the sources that I have reached out to in regards to this particular trade, it favors the Evans side, you know what I mean? And I like the Evans, I like Tom Brady, look at that whole setup there as well. Evans is in a better situation. Again, just trying to justify. Ultimately, it's my decision, obviously, but having a wizard like yourself, chiming in definitely helps. What do you think about Hopkins' production? Do you think is it a factor? Should I even pay attention to it? I know, with him coming back, that's going to reduce Brown's shares, but is Hopkins the same player to where it cuts into Brown's production, where Hopkins kind of falls back to the 2 and Brown stays the 1?
I mean, I hear you, man, but I mean, it could go 100 different ways. You're not crazy to like Hollywood more. So Hollywood's outscoring him. So you're the argument. You have a great argument, but I'm just saying that I think Hopkins coming back probably makes it to where Hollywood falls past Evans, but maybe he doesn't fall that far. But I mean, just trust your gut. Like here, what it sounds to me like is that you think Hollywood's going to be better, and if you go out and make a decision based on what everybody else is saying, you're going to be mad at yourself and then mad at all of us giving you this advice. So I can tell you right now, my advice, I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my vote. My vote is Hollywood Brown because I can hear it in your voice that he is the guy you want to bank on, and I don't want to be a part of swaying you. So I'm going to change my vote for you, and I'm going to say Hollywood Brown, just so you don't go against your own gut. Because your gut, bro, you're trying to convince me like for 10 straight minutes on Hollywood Brown and Mike Evans, and they're 7-9. You know, so like they're neck and neck. Like go right. Hollywood, go Hollywood, go Hollywood or go home.
Definitely not. Appreciate it, man. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Call anytime.
Yeah. Will do.
All right. Let me get to these super chats here. Traded Lenny and Pittman for JJ. Yeah, Lenny and Pittman for JJ. That's easy. That's light work, bro. That's light work. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty. Yeah, how's it going?
What's up?
I need some roster advice here.
Okay.
I just traded away Naji Harris for Keenan Allen, half PPR, and I don't know. I don't know if I did good, if I did poorly. What do you think? I
don't think you got enough. That's for sure. I mean,
is this pre or post this news about the foot?
I mean, the news about the foot almost increases his value, but I mean, I think like if you made this before that news broke, it's still bad because, I mean. Keenan Allen's been injured, man. He hasn't even been in there. Like, could it work out for you? I suppose. And I just don't think anybody's going to bank on Keenan Allen yet unless they see it, you know. But, like, I would have much rather had a player like T. Higgins, even though he's been banged up too. Or, you know, Kenneth Walker and A.J. Brown, which a lot of people say can't get done, but we see it get done every, like, other hour. Somebody comes in with a similar deal, or on my text line I get it once a couple hours where somebody got rid of Najee because we've been working together trying to get it done, and they get AJ Brown, they get Walker, or one guy today got Pittman, and I think it was Pittman and ETN for Najee, which you could say is like, one could argue that Keenan Allen's better than that, I suppose, but I'd rather have Pittman and ETN over Najee if you're going to go with the sell low direction, because that is still selling low. Like Pittman's low, ETN's low. Neither of them are guaranteed to pull their weight, and Najee could bounce back. And that was the Pittman and ETN trade was done before that news broke about his foot, that he was wearing a steel thing. But is wearing a steel plate in your foot is that a good piece of news, or is that more, hey, his foot's actually not 100% healthy? He says he's 100% healthy now, but how do we believe him when they said he was 100% healthy before? Bro, he was taken off the injury report. He was not listed on the injury report and had a steel plate in his shoe. So it's like they're not being honest with us about anything. And when he says he's 100%, I trust him like I trust, Hackett. I trust him like I trust Nathaniel Hackett to do his job. Like, I don't believe anything I'm hearing. I don't believe a word coming out of Najee's mouth, because this guy's been playing with a metal plate in his shoe. And what does that really even mean? Like, is that just like an insert that has a little bit of metal, but it's, you know, it's obviously not just a plate. Like everyone's picturing some kind of like lead plate where the guy's walking around with this like metal, you know, iron lung looking boot. Like, is it just a padded, you know, a little piece of steel that's padded, that's not even a big deal, and everyone's acting like taking this out and he's going to run like Forrest Gump, breaking off all of his you know, braces, and he's just going to start running down the field like Forrest. I don't know that it's that big of an improvement, and not to mention the offensive line. You know, so circling back, I'm very much in the business of selling Najee. I'd buy him in the right scenario. If someone came to me and said, Smitty, I could trade Keenan Allen for Najee, do you think I should do that? I would say, get Najee. So I don't want to make you feel bad, but I would say, get Najee for Keenan Allen. But then I would tell that person to trade Naji Harris again, though. Flip him like a house. Fix him up a little bit. You know, put new curtains on. Vacuum the carpet, then flip that house for another, you know, piece, but I definitely think you could have got a lot more. Will it work out? Hopefully it does for you, though. I hope Keenan Allen comes back on a tear and you're fine.
Yeah, no, from my perspective, he's just a paperweight, Najee Harris. Like, he's going to do. I don't have any confidence to start him again, even if he has a good week. I'm not putting him in my starting lineup. And so I had traded Debo away for Curtis Samuel and Mixon back in week 3 or 4, and now I'm light at wide receiver, so I need a wide receiver. I've got Dobbins, I've got ETN, Damian Harris, and Mixon. No one's really great, so I'm light at running back now. I don't know. It's been a season where I'm building the plane in midair. I'm doing it live.
I agree with you. He's a paperweight, though, right? Thank you, Taco. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
He's a paperweight. At the same time, though, bro, that doesn't give you the green light. And I'm just trying to help you. I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound or anything.
No.
But it doesn't give you the green light to just give them away, though. Like, fair market value is fair market value. Like I always say, if you're buying a $300,000 house and it's appraised for $300,000, there's no competition. It's not like a bidding war. And you just walk up to the owner and say, "This is going to be worth $400,000 by next year. I'm going to give you $350." You're not going to do that. You're going to say, "Oh, I'll give you $300 or I'll give you $290." You basically walked up to the Najee owner as if it was a $300,000 house that was about to drop, and you said, "I'm sorry." You went up to the Keenan Allen owner, and you said, "I'm gonna take." Regardless, I don't need to go through the example of them. I just think that like you could have got a lot more, and just because he's a paperweight doesn't mean that was the right move. That's all I'm saying. But hey, maybe Keenan Allen comes back on a tear. Keep in mind that we're 6 weeks in, or we're approaching 6 weeks. We're really only 5 weeks in one set of games, one game. And he was like a third rounder to a lot of people. I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't go near Keenan Allen at the third round. He was massive. Him, Pittman, and Bateman, and who was the other? Deontay, Pittman, Bateman. Like, these 3 guys were getting drafted so high, I couldn't believe it. And so I was not on board that. But what I'm saying is, we're 5 weeks in, and Keenan Allen, is tanked from third round value to like paperweight range. So maybe he bounces back and does better for you. But hey, I gotta jump to the next call. Call in if you got another question.
Okay, thanks, mate.
All right, thanks, Johnny. Jose, what's up, my guy?
Hello,
Jose.
Smitty.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's good, man?
Hey-o.
Thanks for letting me be a mod. Just want to say that.
Yeah. Be kind to the people. Warn people. Don't get all crazy. I think you're doing a good job, apparently.
I was gonna say that if you want, we could get to the super chats first because they kind of have been stacking.
Yeah. Well, no. Ask me your question real quick, and then I got another caller on here, another Arizonian.
Man, it wasn't really so much of a question. I just wanted to give you an update on my team, and I'm wondering if I should just sit still. It's that 16-teamer.
Okay, hit me with it real quick. Just read it off.
Brissett, Eno, Joshua Kelly, Alec Pierce, Justin Jefferson, Kelsey, and Cup.
Alec Pierce, JJ, Kelsey, and Cup?
Yeah.
And this is a 16-teamer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the update?
I'm 3-2, and I'm thinking that I should just sit still. It looks like my team is one of those that could score like above, 130. Because we also take points for first downs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if I should just sit put. And I also have Caleb Huntley on my bench. I'm wondering really more, should I start Joshua Kelly or Caleb Huntley?
Let me look up some things here. I mean, Kelly's okay.
Right, I'm not expecting much from either. Right? I just need them to basically sell in, but
Yeah,
still, one of them will probably get 2 to 3 more points than the other.
Yeah, it's weird that he's getting so much run, though. 10 rushing attempts last week. 4 the week prior. He's gotten 4 2 other games. Caleb Huntley's got a tough matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. So Huntley's a tough play. I'd probably say Kelly. I just don't like that play. Huntley's got I mean, not only does Huntley have a tough matchup, but he's also sharing, a boatload of carries too. So give me Kelly. I don't love it, but
all right, that's great. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and JJ Cup, Kelsey. I mean, the fact that you're in a 16-team league, I know you're gonna have weaknesses, and I would consider selling one of those guys. Selling Cup or JJ to get but you'd have to be getting literally a like Hall and Higgins, which is going to be hard to get. You'd have to be getting a Walker, and like Higgins, or a Walker and an AJB. If you're getting something like that for Cup or JJ or Kelsey, I'm all ears, because in a 16-teamer to get 2 players would be pretty advantageous. But past that, unless you're getting an offer you can't refuse, you got to stay still. I mean, that's a lot. You're 3-2, and I bet you everybody's team looks pretty thin, right?
Yeah, other folks are dropping like flies, like what I was expecting. Like they're starting to, one by one, something's happening. Like Javonte got hurt, or Connor gets out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just starting to be like that. The highest scoring team is doing pretty well. Like they're sitting pretty well because they kind of stocked up with like Nick Chubb, and Devontae Smith is actually killing it as well, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But the other teams I'm not too worried about. I think like if I were to get them on a one-on-one, like I like my players, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, my man. Yeah, stay still, I guess. But entertain offers.
I just want to say thank you though.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, Smitty. I really appreciate the show. The show sounds awesome. Love the 24-hour idea, man. I think that would really, really, really be awesome and cool. And I just want to say thank you to the whole community. That these people are awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. Jose. All right, let me get to these super chats real quick. Brad, I'm going to look for my bad, Smitty. Did I miss my super? No, you didn't. I'm getting to them right now. Thank you for waiting patiently. Stalwart says I meant Kittle, Higbee, Taysom. Kelsey would be a question. Yeah, would not be a question. Okay, I figured you were doing that, Stalwart. You let me know the lay of the land. But yeah, you got my advice on that. Hopefully it helped. Professor, we'll have to get back to Professor. We don't see there's no message attached to that. I'll go look for a corresponding comment. 10-man PPR, Burrow, CMC, Jacobs, Pierce, Stevenson, J-Rob, B-Rob, all the Robs. You got all the Robs. Lamb, A.J. Brown, Godwin, Thielen. Initially, I'm thinking Lamb and Godwin for a better wide receiver. Just thinking. Just coming up with that, randomly here. Package Pearson, Godwin for Chase. I almost like Pearson, Godwin more. I like Pierce a lot, man. I'm trying to package Godwin and Lamb for Chase. That I would do. More so than anything else. Or Stevenson and Godwin for Chase. I would do that. I'd try and keep Pierce. So Stevenson's got good trade value. J-Rob and Godwin for Aaron Jones. J-Rob and Godwin for Aaron Jones. B-Rob and Godwin for Aaron Jones. B-Rob and Godwin for Chase. Leave Pierce out of it, bro. Appreciate your super chat, but keep Pierce. He's a baller. Dylan or Pickens. This week, I'm going to lean Dylan, but Pickens is probably safer. Pitts or Ingram. If Pitts is full go, I'm going Pitts, and then if not, then you have your answer there. Professor, okay, we got a question right here. Thank you, Professor, for reposting it. Zeke and Corey Davis for Walker. Professor, I only do this trade. I only trade Zeke and Corey Davis away if we like winning.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Dispatch Vito Popo. Popo's been dispatched. King 25 out.
Got him.
Unbelievable. Zeke and Corey Davis for Walker. I mean, this is what I was talking about with Jose and who was the other guy? I'm already blanking. When they come in here, Drop, and what's his name? Drop and Jose come in and say that these things aren't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. Let's go. Unbelievable. That's the sorcerer of the day right there. I have to find that. Where's that chat again? Here it is. Sorcerer of the day. Let's put that over here.
The sorcerer of the day is Magic Man.
Zeke and Corey Davis for Walker. Now, you didn't officially tell us if you pulled this off, but if you did, you're remaining the sorcerer of the day. But take a lap for asking the question, for not knowing the answer to that, Professor. But victory lap as well. Pat yourself on the back, young man. That is quite a move if you pull that off. Start Zay or DJ Moore or Boone. I'm getting a weird feeling that DJ Moore is going to have some kind of like problem is, I mean, that's the thing is like Baker is out and then it's like, you know, change going on. DJ Moore, let's look up DJ Moore real quick. I'm really feeling like maybe somehow he has some kind of rebound game. 11 targets, 8 targets, but it's going to be different. It's going to be targeted different in this game. Everything's different about this game for him. Could be for the bad or the good, but I think given the options, like why not take the gamble? I suppose if you want safety, Boone, especially if Melvin Gordon. Let me make it simple. If Melvin Gordon's ruled out, you're going to want to go Boone just for the volume. But DJ Moore's tempting. $10 holler from Brad.
Let's go, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, buddy. Brad boy. Brad, my man. Johnny 2K dropping a 10. I see that in the corner of my eye. Johnny, I'm coming for you. Don't worry. 1 of 4 weird keeper and 1 rookie. Weird keeper and 1 rookie keeper league. Draft pick trading. Full reset next year. 2 QBs, Russell and T. Law, Higgins, Gabe Davis, Olave, Pickens, Judy Bateman, Hall, JT Harris, and Joku. What should I do to improve? T. Law and Russ, it's kind of rough, but it's understandable in a 2 QB league. Higgins, Gabe Davis, Olave is pretty crafty, but maybe, you know, a little bit light. JT and Hall is very, very good. You don't have a lot of sell highs, bro. You know, Hall's on the rise up. JT's undervalued. Olave's been injured. Higgins is hurt. Gabe Davis is probably your best sell target, but like, are you going to be able to get really what you deserve, or are people going to hold off a little bit? Honestly, this is one of those things, Brad, where I wish I could like recommend something, but I'd just be forcing it. I don't see a lot of opportunity until these guys bounce back and get in their solidified value that you can make any moves. Would I trade Judy and maybe like you can't even get rid of Damian because he's hurt? JT and Hall, I love that running back duo. I don't really want to divide that up. And Higgins and Gabe Davis are pretty crafty. Russell and T. Law, like if I could trade Russell and maybe Judy or Pickens. So Judy or Pickens with Russ Wilson to get a Burrow, you know, because Burrow is doubted. I'd consider that. Maybe the person wants a wide receiver pretty bad. I think Burrow could be worth way more than Russell Wilson. So I would say go down that road. Past that, I really don't know that your team is the right candidate to make a trade right now. You got to let some of those guys gain value. Appreciate your super chat. If you have a follow-up, please let me know. Are Van Jefferson and Jameson Williams worth stashing? Van, no. Jameson, maybe. It depends on the situation, but I do like Jameson a little bit. Definitely like a wide receiver 4 or 5 or something like that. Thinking about selling high on Chubb, are Mixon and DK or Kamara and Lockett worth it? Probably not either one of those packages, but I like DK and something better than Mixon, and I like Kamara and something better than Lockett, but not those 2 packages. I'm needing a Higgins and Kamara to trade a Chubb, and even that's hard to do. Like, I want A.J. Brown and Kamara. I want Breece Hall and A.J. Brown, Breece Hall, and Debo. And to be honest with you, you might say you can't get that, but then you shouldn't trade him. Like, he's easily worth that value. Like, easily. Brad, you didn't miss it. I think I covered it. If I missed another one, let me know. Ed says 6 points. TD pass Jeff Wilson for Goff. Jeff Wilson, or are we talking about Zach Wilson? Or are you talking about the running back? Because I just want to make sure we're not trading quarterback for quarterback. Pretty sure you mean Jeff Wilson Jr. Russell Wilson and Jeff Wilson. I'm sorry. Russell Wilson and Jeff Wilson Jr., the running back for Goff. Give me Jeff Wilson and Russell Wilson over Goff. I'm not like, I like Goff, but I take Russell Wilson with Jeff Wilson, then trade Jeff Wilson before his value tanks, though. But I'm not like so high on Goff that I can't see the correlation there of making that. They're definitely more parallel than I think people want to ride Goff and say, oh, Goff's going to be this top 10 guy all year. He might be, but I'm trading him for Russell Wilson and Wilson and then trying to, I mean, you could flip that into maybe a Burrow. Can you please redo my super chat, please? Thank you. Okay. Let's see what I screwed up here. Let me get these super chats on screen. So Evan is saying that I made a oopsie. Let's see what I did wrong. Traded Lenny and Pittman for JJ. Okay. So Lenny and Pittman for JJ. Totally Smitty approved. Maybe I didn't finish the rest of it. Traded Sutton for Mixon. We're good. Sutton for Mixon. Leaves me with CMC, Mixon, Dobbins, Boone, Eno, JJ, St. Brown, Cooks, Dobbs. Okay. Yeah. I would potentially try and trade Mixon and Dobbins. I'd rather have a Breece Hall. Mixon and Dobbins for Breece Hall. Cooks and Mixon for Breece Hall. Cooks and Mixon for Kenneth Walker. I mean, that's me. Pierce. All those make sense. Sorry about messing up the super chat, my man. Not a perfect person. And I do my best, as Mom always screams. Doing the best I can. Appreciate everything. Thank you, Evan. Rock out. Says check your DMs. Let's check out. We'll do that next. Rock out. Let me put you right here, and I'll do that right after I finish these. What could I shop CD and Kareem Hunt for? CD and Kareem Hunt. AJ Brown. Ziggy, stop. God, Ziggy. CD and Kareem Hunt for Debo, Diggs, or Adams, or Chase. Or if you're going to go running back, CD and Hunt for Breece Hall. And then, I don't know, there's such a dead zone at running back. It's like, that's it. $10 hauler from Johnny. Johnny 2K dropping a beast of a super chat here. Need a lot of wins in a row. I'm looking good. Question mark. Geno, Ken Walker, Ramondre, Etienne, JJ Chase, Amon-Ra. That's a great wide receiver crew. Taysom Hill, Rashad White have a roster space. Should I be looking to stash, add trades, if any? I mean, I'd have to know who's available on waivers, like Eno Benjamin, make sure he's not available, etc. Watch my waiver wire video as well. But Eno's number 2, Taysom Hill's number 1. You got Taysom on your team, so you're good to go. I like this team, bro. I mean, I don't like Geno Smith, as your starter. Like, he's okay. He's playing good. Like, I don't get rid of him. I'm just saying, like, if you can upgrade him or something at some point, that would be advantageous. But he's pretty decent right now. Kenneth Walker, Ramondre, and Etienne is super undervalued, my guy. And I just ride this out because you got JJ, Jamar Chase, and Amon-Ra. If one of Walker or Ramondre or Etienne land, and I think 2 of them, if not all 3, could, it's like c'est la vie. And maybe Etienne plays so well, and you got Walker and Ramondre popping off, you could maybe trade Etienne and Geno for like a Jalen Hurts later. Like right now, that might seem laughable to somebody, but like 2 weeks from now, maybe it won't be. So hang tight. Don't make any moves. You don't need to. That team is good to go. You're set up pretty nicely. If I missed a super chat, will you guys let me know and put a bunch of question mark emojis by your question and let me know that I missed your super chat, because I think I got to them all, but there's always one that might slip by. And let me see if I can get to Rock Out's intro. So this Rock Out wants this to be his new intro. Let's hear it.
Rock Out, and he's in the building. This is Rock Out.
I wouldn't change a thing. Let's see if the second one's as good as the first.
Rock in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir. And the Rock Out going to get it on now.
Okay, we need to vote. Which one should be Rock Out's intro? You can't choose your own intro. So we're deciding for him based on the two options that he's chosen for us. So I don't know what to vote, but I want you to vote 1 or 2. Here's 1.
This is Rock Out. And he's in the building. This is Rock Out.
Or that's number 1 or number 2.
Rock in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir. And the Rock Out going to get it on now.
I kind of think the choir part does it for me. I mean, that's both of them are straight fire. I don't know. We got a bunch of 1s so far. First one. Again, I'll play it. Number 1.
This is Rock Out. And he's in the building. This is Rock Out.
And 2.
Rock in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir. And the Rock Out going to get it on now.
Yeah, so the 1s win it. Someone said 2 is too much. We got a bunch of 2s rolling in though. I think it's really what you heard last you love, because they're both fire. We'll go with 1. It's a tough decision. That's tougher than anything. Spitting 2 is spitting it in 2. Preaching to the choir. I almost wish number 1 had the preaching to the choir in it. Like rock out in the building. Preaching to the choir. 2 goes harder, actually. We're getting a bunch of changed votes to 2. 2's coming in hot. 2's flying in. 1, please, God, not 2. How do you love 1? And how do you love one of those over the other? You know, to that degree. 1 sounds more like an intro.
This is Rock Out. And he's in the building. This is Rock Out.
I wonder if I could, after he says, so I guess this is Rock Out, he's in the building, and then cut straight to this. I could combine them.
Rock in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir.
I think I'll combine them. I'll figure out a way. I'll mash it up and make it good and make it under 10 seconds. We'll mix it up. We'll do it live. Okay, thank you, Rock Out, for that. Appreciate that. And did I miss anybody else's super chats? Please let me know if I did, and I will go back and find it. We got Sidewinder with 1 10-man league. $10 hauler for Sidewinder.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. 10-man PPR. Got Hertz, JT, Naji, Diggs, Godwin, Kelsey, Mike Will, plus Dobbins, ETN, Eno, Hunt. Available on waivers. Let's see. Eno with Hunt, Gordon, Dillon available on waivers. Okay. Dillon's a good pickup. Hunt's a good pickup. Who do you like to keep on the roster for running back 2 upside? So I think with this team, Eno's really good. But with Hunt and Dillon on waivers, I don't know if you didn't give me your full roster, so I don't see drops I don't see anybody that's warranted to drop, but maybe that's your roster. Maybe you have no bench, like it's a very small league, small benches. If so, then I can't see a way to get Dillon or Hunt on your roster. But if there's some kind of move that can be made, you know, to drop somebody that's a little bit lesser that you didn't list for Dillon, I'd take Dillon over Hunt. I'd take Dillon and Hunt if possible, but I imagine you can only pick up one. Dillon is a smash. to pick up if you can. But that's a good team. What I would maybe do, you could maybe pick up Dillon after you make a 2-for-1. Naji and Godwin for Breece Hall. Naji and Mike Williams for Breece Hall. I'm getting out of Naji if I can. Aaron Jones maybe. Naji and Godwin for Aaron Jones and is a thought. And maybe some of you don't like that, but that's something I might entertain. What other running backs could you potentially get? Swift. I'd do that same thing for Swift. I'd do that same thing for Kamara, even with the risk. And maybe the risk will scare said owner. I'd probably take Pierce for Godwin. I mean, here's the way I look at it. If you trade Godwin, like, hear me out. If you overpay and Dillon goes on your roster, are you really overpaying? Because you're essentially getting Dameon Pierce and Dillon for Najee and Godwin. And I would take Dameon Pierce and Dillon over Najee and Godwin all day long. So think of it like that. Do an overpay. You could even overpay again and get Dillon and Hunt on your roster. And you could give essentially Najee and Godwin and even Eno or Dobbins and get the Breece Hall or running back you want using all three. So Najee, Godwin, and Dobbins, all for the one player that you want that's better than all three of those guys. Then get Dillon and get Kareem Hunt. And what are you doing? You're upgrading. You're upgrading. Dillon and Kareem Hunt are near as good as Godwin and Dobbins. And so that's the move, man. Three, and maybe they don't want to because they're smaller leagues and nobody wants three players and then they got to cut somebody. But there's got to be somebody out there with injuries that's struggling, and you could get rid of all three of those guys, J.K., Godwin, Najee, and go get your top running back. That's what I'm doing, Sidewinder. If it's me, and I'm trying to do that. And if I can only give up two because nobody wants three players, then it is what it is. Don't worry, let's see if should we do this? Should we do this live? Let me see if I could send this to myself. Let's get this. Let's get this edited. We'll edit it live. Let's see here. Let me open up. Let's open up GarageBand and get this going. So we'll do new. We're probably gonna wake up the whole household, but let's create some music, shall we? Okay, so here we go. So we're gonna record this bad boy.
This is Rock Out, Rock Out, Rock Out. And he's in the building. This is Rock Out.
And then two.
Rock in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir. And the Rock Out going to get it on now.
Okay, so I think we got what we need. So now we're gonna take these and mix them together. So it's okay. So I'm gonna cut that. Cut that. Okay, and then we're gonna cut this bad boy here. We don't need that repeated. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Cut that bad boy. This is gonna be fire. I'm telling you. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, here we go. We're doing it live. So now we just need some drums. We're going to drag over. Oh. Here we go. We're doing this live. Boom. Ends. End. Now we need just a little bit something else in this. So we need to... Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we'll go. We're good. We're gonna leave it at that. Let's export it, bring it in, and we got the rock out music. Rock out. And let's take
The Bruce is loose. The Bruce is loose.
We're going to take rock outs. So we're going to say rock out is in the building. Rock out is in the building. Okay, here we go. You ready? Doing it live. Doing it live.
This is rock out, and he's in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir, and the rock out going to get it on now.
So,
the Bruce is loose.
This is rock out, and he's in the building. I be going spit that fire. I be going preaching to your choir, and the rock out going to get it on now.
Look, we didn't have much time. We're doing it live, okay? All right, we got any other super chats before I head out of here? We've been live for so many super chats. We got Rockout says, got AJ Brown versus Dallas, but got Dallas D. Should I get a new D? No, I think that's okay. I don't really worry too much about that. Trade Higgins and Kenneth Walker. I would take Kenneth Walker, my guy. I would take Kenneth Walker. Thank you guys all for the super chats. I'm live Monday through Friday, every single Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Then I'm live whenever news breaks, and then I'm live like I am right now during the graveyard shift. At least like 4 nights a week we go live about midnight Eastern. So pretty much every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm live at midnight Eastern. Okay, that's additional to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. That's additional to live whenever news breaks. And we've got one more super chat by Trey. Trey says 12-team Superflex Dynasty, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Lamar, Hurts, great quarterbacks. Jeff Wilson, Mitchell, Ramondre, nice running backs considering. Higgins, Myers, McLaurin, Kelsey, great tight end. Bench is Tannehill, Dillon. I like Dillon. Alex Pierce, okay, you're doing good. B-Rob, you got B-Rob as well. Your running backs will step up right in the nick of time, bro. You got Ramondre and B-Rob the rest of the season. Higgins, I try and trade Higgins in for Chase if you can. McLaurin's interesting. I like that. Your team's really good. I don't know that there's much for you to do. There's not a lot of moves you can make other than trying to trade Higgins into a little bit safer wide receiver. An A.J. Brown, a Debo, an Adams. Maybe the owner's afraid of Adams getting suspended. Trying to get, a potential Alec Pierce or maybe B-Rob. Maybe B-Rob and... Or no, I don't want you to trade B-Rob. Jeff Wilson, that's it. That's the ticket here, bro. Here it is. This is it. You ready? Trade Jeff Wilson before his value tanks. And it may not, but I would definitely be willing to give him up on that off chance. Maybe you hold Mitchell anyway. But Jeff Wilson and Higgins for a Debo. Jeff Wilson and Higgins for a Jamar Chase. I would take that chance if it's me. I think that would be a good move. I love the team. Appreciate the $10 hauler. Thank you, my guy, for dropping that. And Travis with one more super says trade Dobbins London for Pittman and Taysom Hill. Give me Pittman and Taysom Hill. Should I include Eli Mitchell if needed? No, I don't think you need to. I think that fair market value commands this is a fair trade, and I, quietly like your side better, and I'm willing to overpay a little bit considering most, and I assume this is redraft, assuming most people probably still value Dobbins more than any one of the players involved, and London probably equal to the players involved. So some will say you're giving up two better players for two lesser players, but I'm all about Pittman this week, getting him before he bounces back. I love Taysom Hill. All good stuff, my man. Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate all of you. If I missed anybody's super chat, please let me know in the comments with a bunch of, not in the live chat, but in the comments of the video with a bunch of question mark emojis. Just say, hey, Smitty, you missed my super chat, and I will take care of you. Also, on top of that, I want everybody to ask me a question in the comments anyway. We got over 239 people in the chat right now, and I'm challenging you all to ask me a question over the next hour or two, and I'll get back to every single one of you that asked me a question in the next couple hours, okay? I can't guarantee I can do it through, 2, 3, 4 days past that, but I always try, and I'm very behind. I'm going to sit here for a couple hours and answer questions on the last 3 or 4 videos and try and answer as many people as I can because I haven't been able to keep up because there's a lot of questions. But I'm going to try and make a commitment to answering about 75% of all the questions that get asked. And I'm going to try my best to answer 100% of all the questions asked in the first 24 hours on a video. So I'll try and get to 75% of all questions, and I'm going to try and commit to 100% of every question asked within the first 24 hours of a video drop, including a live stream going to, to the main channel, dropping and ending. Traded. So 49 said they had a super chat here. I don't see your super chat. What the heck? Sometimes people say that, but I trust you. Let me see. Super chat. Smitty traded Naji and Pitts for JT. I take JT all day long. All right, my people. Until next time. And if Taysom Hill's out there, if Kenny Walker gets dropped, if Kyle Pitts gets dropped, it is, what is it? What time is it? It's
initiate full load drop.
Don't let someone like the names I just mentioned sit out there on waivers. Don't do it. All right, I will see you all. Oh, look at this. Two-tone. What good timing you have. Do I drop Russ to get Taysom Hill? Well, considering
initiate full load drop.
Full load drop says that you should go get him, bro, and you should have got him on your waiver wire processing period. Smitty work ethic through the roof. Thank you, Travis. I tried to the one thing I could say is no one's gonna outwork me. Nobody. I don't care what channel's out there trying to do what we do. Nobody. If the one thing I'm gonna do is outwork every single person here. That includes even my boy Matthew Berry. That includes anybody, and I love Matthew. I love everybody, but nobody's going to outwork me. Nobody. I live in this room, and I built this studio onto my house. This is not a closet. This has got full AC. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 electrical outlets. It's got a workout gym built into beams that I had put in specifically so I could have a workout bar on there. I'm trying to work on my fitness. I've got till Halloween to get ripped. Right now I look like a block. Look at me. I'm not a fat man. I'm a pretty fit dude. People see me coming. I'm 6'2", 6'2.5". They see me, they think I'm a big dude. Big dude's coming in. But I'm not cut or ripped. I'm okay. I'm solid, but I'm not cut at all. So your boy Smitty has a goal, and I challenge all of you to join me. That goal is to, by Halloween night, meet your goal. Whatever your goal is. My goal is to be ripped, not just be a block. I feel like I'm a block. I feel like I'm wearing a meat suit lately. and I need to fix that, correct that, self-correct. So everybody join me. You've got like 20 days, or no, what do we have? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. What is that? 16 days? We got 16 days left. 16 days left to meet any goal you want, whether it's drinking more water, whether it's losing 5 pounds. But join me and keep me accountable. I want you guys to say, hey, Smitty, how are we looking on the weight loss or the getting cut? It doesn't have to be my goal is to lose about 15 to 20 more pounds. We'll see. I might just get cut and feel fine weighing 210 instead of 205 or whatever. But join me, set a goal, and Halloween night we're all going to hit that goal. So let's do it. Until tomorrow. My goal was to lose 20 pounds, and I've plateaued. We got this. Let's all put our meat suit down, and let's start working. Let's put some work in. I'm going to go run on that note. Appreciate you all. And see you tomorrow night. We're live at midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. Right around midnight Eastern. Later. Appreciate you all. Jack says I missed his super chat. Jack. Let's see here. Jack says I missed his super chat. Let me get to it real quick. Yo, Pierce and B-Rob for Diggs. Diggs, bro. If you like winning, Diggs. I mean, as simple as can be, my man, Jack. That as simple as can be, my man, Jack. Do that. Do it live, Jack. Do it live. That's simple. That's light work, bro. That's light work. Go get Diggs. I like Pierce. I like B-Rob. But Diggs is the guy. He is him. Go do it. Go do it live. Smitty approved. Please hit that like button on the way out the door. We got 210 of you still in here. 180 thumbs up. Try and make that 200 even at least. Leave a comment. I'm going to get to every comment I can in the next 2 hours. Try and get hit 100% of them. Drop a comment. Let's go.